Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Southwest Legacy High School, home of the Titans, where Medina Valley getting set to take on Southwest Legacy, and this is game one of district play. The Panthers come in 0-2 on the season. Southwest Legacy 1-1 on their season. They won their opener and then lost last week against Lee, and the Panthers lost to Tivy and to John Jay coming in to this ball game here tonight. I'm Jared Lucky along with Maury Stein. We will be joined later by either Jeff Stivers or Marcus Fuentes to come run the camera. They are at the volleyball game at South San. Update on that, the girls lost the first set of that match, and so they're hoping to come back and win that second set and force a third. But when that match is over, they will head over here. So right now, what you see on the camera is what you're going to get until they get over here because we don't have anyone to run the camera. So you're going to get from about the 20 to the 20, and after that, someone will be here to run it like they have in the last few weeks. We're working on trying to get a volunteer like we had before, an intern with a student or someone like that to be able to run the camera as we've had in the past, but we haven't had anyone who's wanted to do that as of yet. But when that comes available, we'll be able to do that on these away games.
Jeff said he's inquired with one of the teachers, and there were a couple of students that were interested in it, and he's just waiting on the final word to get that approved. So working on that, so bear with us. Don't send us any bad memes or texts or anything like that because we're not going to look at them, and we definitely ain't going to read them on the air, so there's no need to send them.
And this football game here tonight, it's the district opener. I think Southwest opened district last night in Laredo, and they beat Martin, I believe, 26-0 was the final score in that ball game. And there's two other games going on around the district this evening, and big one here tonight for the Panthers, looking to get that first win of the season, looking to get district kicked off in the right way. Coach Britt was on our show on Wednesday night, Sports for Supper, had a lot of positive things to say. They might be 0-2, but they've also faced some very good competition. John Jay was probably the most athletic team all around, overall, up and down their lineup that they're probably going to see all season long. You're going to see some athletic kids for Legacy tonight, but you're not going to see that up and down the roster and their subs having that same kind of
that much depth
and that they had
all the way across the board.
And as you remember, the Panthers got down 21-0 early in that ball game, and I think that the speed that John Jay brought just kind of stunned them. I don't think they were really prepared for that. They got into the ball game as it went along and started to adjust to that, but John Jay came out and smacked them in the mouth, and the Panthers fought back. They won the second half again, but we'll look for them to get off to a better start here tonight.
Yeah, both of the matches in the first half, like Jared mentioned, the Panthers started off slow, got behind 21-0 to Tivy, 29-0 to Legacy. To John Jay. Pitched shutouts on both games in the second half.
Yep.
Ended up putting 7 points on the board both games. And Jared, what we mentioned last week, and it needs to come to fruition tonight, is you need to extend your drives. There was a lot of balls that probably should have been caught that could have extended drives. You need to get off to a better start. They limited the pre-snap penalties tremendously from game one to game two.
Yep.
But the key word that we've said the last 2 weeks is finish, and we just have not finished the drives like you need to be on the plus side and the winning side of these ball games.
Well, and that's kind of been a theme over the last couple of years is the Panthers have moved the ball well between the 20s, but then when they get down in the red zone, they stall out, and they're not able to find that end zone. That's something we need to see improve because you're going to have to finish drives and score points if you want to win district games, and that's got to start here tonight against Legacy because they've got a good quarterback, they've got a good running and passing attack. I know they talked about they're a little more run heavy, but they can throw the ball as well. And they're probably going to put up some points here tonight, and the Panthers are going to have to put some up of their own. So, we look for that and look for the Panthers to limit the turnovers. I think that's going to be one of the big keys of this game is going to be penalties. Who doesn't turn the football over, and who finishes their drives off.
Absolutely.
Well, let's take a break real quick and let some of the sponsors get some recognition, and then we'll be back to kind of set the game up for you a little more. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet and by Dotson House Moving, and we will continue in just a moment.
It's the biggest sale of the year at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. Get a new Silverado Crew Cab posted at $37,999, or get $5,000 off Equinox or $7,000 off Traverse. 1.9% financing available on new Chevrolets. Plus, get 2 years of no-charge oil changes and 1 year of unlimited car washes with all new Chevrolets. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Dodson House Moving and Construction is a fourth-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dodson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
There's power in the simplest of actions. Like one neighbor helping another, where everybody looks out for everybody else. Community is everything at Medina Electric Cooperative, and we're grateful for your trust. To provide the energy you need, giving you the power to power on. Medina Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Double T Outfitters offers deer, dove, turkey, quail, and exotic hunts in Southwest Texas on over 20,000 low-fenced acres. They facilitate professional guide services, lodging, and fantastic meals while providing the best in Southwest hunting. Contact Double T Outfitters to find out details about their current package hunts. Contact owner Brett Ferguson at 210-413-1597 or online at doubleThunting.com.
A 5-month CD with only $5,000 minimum balance required.
And earn up to 5.37%.
A 5.37 APY.
Stop in today. We look forward to you joining our CSB family.
Welcome back to Southwest Legacy, and this Panther broadcast brought to you by North Park Chevrolet and Dodson House Moving as the Panthers come out onto the field on the far sideline over there. Panthers in white tonight, white jerseys with their black pants, orange numbers, black helmets with the MV logo on one side and the number in orange on the other. Traditional uniforms for the Panthers, as always. Legacy wearing that dark green that they are. It almost looks black sometimes when they're in the shadows, but it's a dark green color. Green on green, jerseys and pants with the white numbers. The green helmet with the gold logo Titan helmet on the side. And you can see the field here. It's a beautiful stadium here at Southwest Legacy. It's still fairly new. This school didn't open that long ago when they split Southwest into two. and the Dragons kept their own stadium down there, and they built this one for Legacy. It's a beautiful field. You can see the track down there on the field. The umbrellas are up. If you see the far sideline over there, you see the Panther fans with umbrellas. It was 105 when we got here this afternoon. Very hot, humid. Hopefully as that sun goes down, that kind of goes away. But, even at 7, 8 o'clock in the evening, it's still hot here.
It's going to be a while before the Panther fans are not looking into the sun and get a little bit of relief. But, Jared, I like these uniforms for both teams. There's nothing extravagant about them. It's just regular football.
Yep. And for the Panthers, they send their captains out, number 16, Lorenzo Morales. I believe that's probably
67.
Jonathan Burns.
88.
That's going to be Kate Gallion.
And number 7.
James Stanton. Two of those young men were on our show Wednesday night. Mr. Burns, Mr. Stanton, both on Sports for Supper on Wednesday night, along with the punter that was there, Brennan Butler. He was on the show as well. For the Titans, their captains are number 23, Amiel Arsino. I'll get that right later on. I'll find out the way to say that. Jonathan Macias, number 88, Alex Guzman, and their last captain, number 13, Joseph Murillo. And it looks like the Titans did win the toss and elected to receive, and so the Panthers will be kicking off to start the ball game. They'll be going right to left. As you look at the screen here, as I mentioned before, you can see the shadows on the field here from about midfield stretching across to the 10-yard line. We do not have a cameraman here at the moment. They are on their way after the volleyball game concludes over at South Sand. They're going to hurry over here and run the camera. So for the time being, it is what it is. It is what you see on the screen right there. We just want to keep reminding everybody of that because we know Marcus has done a great job the last 2 weeks doing the camera duties for us. Unfortunately, him or Jeff won't be here until probably closer to the end of the second quarter or halftime.
And the reason that is they are both
at the volleyball game.
They're
both broadcasting the volleyball game over at South Sand. The volleyball team lost that opening set 25-14, so they're trying to come back there in the second set right now. And we are going to take a long break here for the national anthem, and then we will come back with all the play-by-play. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we will continue in just a moment.
Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. You can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
South Texas Hardware has been serving the Medina Valley area since 1987. South Texas Hardware is a hardware store that thrives on the interaction between the business and its customers. From home maintenance to expert advice, South Texas Hardware can serve your needs. South Texas Hardware supports the Medina Valley and surrounding communities. Stop by and see what South Texas Hardware has to offer. South Texas Hardware, Highway 90 West in beautiful Castroville, Texas.
Dodson House Moving and Construction is a fourth-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dodson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
It's the biggest sale of the year at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. Get a new Silverado Crew Cab posted at $37,999, or get $5,000 off Equinox or $7,000 off Traverse. 1.9% financing available on new Chevrolets. Plus, get 2 years of no-charge oil changes and 1 year of unlimited car washes with all new Chevrolets. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Medina Healthcare System provides local residents with quality healthcare resources close to home without having to drive to San Antonio for their healthcare needs. Medina Healthcare System has stellar family practice physicians, a full-time OBGYN, a full-time surgeon, and very qualified nurse practitioners and physician assistants. Locations include Hondo, Divine, and Castroville. Visit medinahospital.net for more information. Medina Healthcare System, providing quality care close to home.
Welcome back here to Southwest Legacy. Medina Valley getting ready to take on the Titans, and we're ready to get this ball game started. Maury, I mentioned what my keys to the game were earlier. What are yours for this ball game?
I just basically think like you did. I think the Panthers need to win the turnover battle and to limit the penalties, and I think we'll be just fine.
As the Panthers will be kicking off to start the ball game. We'll get to see the Titan offense to start. Back deep for the Titans, number 8, Julian Rodriguez. Number 2, Cano Esquivel. And for the Panthers, teeing it up is number 32, Brennan Kerr. Keir. Is that how you say his name?
Yes.
So he started kicking last week. I hadn't seen him kick before. Rip's usually doing those duties. He still does the point afters and all that. As Keir boots it away, and that ball will take a bounce, go past the return man. It's picked up at the 10-yard line, trying to start up field, and he's not going to get far. A 3-yard return up to the 13, and poor field position for Legacy to start the ball game. They'll start 1st and 10 at their own 13.
How about this special teams name that just made that tackle? Number 52, Gunner.
Huh, nice.
Gunner Ragosa on the stop for the Panthers. If that doesn't fit a kickoff coverage, young man, doesn't it?
It does.
Gunner Reynosa for the Panthers.
And we're underway here as the Titans take to the field here. And they got a hold against them on the return. And so that'll be half the distance. And so they're going to back them up even farther. They're going to move them back to, it looks like, the 6-yard line. And that's
whoever did the holding didn't do too good of a job holding either.
No, and like I said before, if you're not being, it's not frozen, everybody. I know people have said that. I've mentioned this already. We do not have a cameraman until the volleyball game's over and Jeff or Marcus gets here because they're over there broadcasting it. So what you see is what you're going to get here until probably around the end of the second quarter or halftime. And so Legacy going to start here trying to get people on the field in a hurry. And now the referees are going to blow it dead. Number 1, James Ross, the quarterback. Who is out there for Legacy. And the referee's talking this over now because
not too sure why they had a late player coming onto the field, but that should not have
warranted them stopping the play unless
it wasn't whistled in.
No, but they're going to call a false start against them. So I'm guessing the legal substitution is what the call is on the field. So that's going to move them back inside the 5 to the 3-yard line is where they'll start. And it'll be 1st and 14 to start the drive. So Legacy backed up a long way here. Out of the gun here, takes the snap. They give it to Ross up the middle, and he gets across the 5 up to the 8-yard line.
Tripped up by Villegas for the Panthers.
6-yard pickup that time. Actually, 5-yard pickup. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 9. So number 8, Julian Rodriguez, is I believe that's who they're lining up at quarterback at the moment. Ross is to his right. They take that snap. They're going to hand it to him, going toward the left side of the line, and he's going nowhere, back to the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, he was wrestled to the ground by number 55 for the Panthers, Gibson Conrad.
That's actually 6, Fabian Ramos. Some of those jersey numbers, most of them are easy to read, but the 6s and the 8s look very similar tonight. But that's Fabian Ramos, the quarterback out there. James Ross is the sophomore running back to his right as they line up on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw, rolling out, and he almost had a safety, just managed to get away from a guy. He's going to get some positive yards up to the 11-yard line, but it's going to bring up 3rd and long. Good job by the Panther defense, and they're going to have to punt.
Isaiah Martinez on the stop for the Panthers. Looked like they could have had a safety there, but just could not wrap him up in the end zone. But nevertheless, a good series for the Panthers on defense, forcing a punt 4 and out. Oh, you're way too deep.
And now Hewitt's going to move up. He's going to be standing around his own 45. Punter standing in the end zone. And the boot is away. End over end kick. Hewitt will play it at the 39. He's coming to the near sideline looking for some running room to the 35. Shook a couple of tackles, still on his feet, spins to the 30, and he's finally brought down by about the 4th or 5th man he faced. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Medina Valley from the 30.
That was number 2, Tessero.
Was it Tessero? Usually Hewitt's back there to return all the punts and has been all year. That's the first time Tessero was back to receive.
Number 9 was the punter out there for the Titans. Desmius Rodriguez. So it is Newton out there for the Panthers at quarterback.
And so I know we're having some issues with the camera being frozen, apparently. Actual frozen. I don't know why. So all I can do here,
So single setback in Guerrero. Newton into pistol formation. Reza in motion from left to right. Newton gets snap, handoff to Guerrero. Guerrero muscles up to about the original line of scrimmage. No gain. It'll be 3rd and 9. Number 20 on the stop for the Titans. That's Andrew Rodriguez.
So I think the only way to unfreeze it is we're going to have to wait till this drive ends. That's going to be the only way to unfreeze it. So we're going to stay here. You can listen to the broadcast to the drive ends, and then after that I'll be able to fix it. But I'm going to have to turn the broadcast off for a second to do it, and you'll all have to refresh YouTube. So Newton out of the pistol here on 3rd down and 9. They send Hewitt in motion left to right. Panthers going right to left. Newton looking to throw, fires out right side, and he overshot his man. That was Gallion, the intended receiver, out in the flat. He would have been short of the 1st down, but I think he had some running room, but instead it's going to be 4th down and 9.
It'd have made it a more manageable 4th down because the Panthers kind of are in no man's land. I don't think Rips has the leg to push this one through, and if you punt the ball and it goes in the end zone, you're only gaining 9 yards of real estate on the turnover on down. So,
yeah, I mean, this would be about a 47-yarder just about. So 4th and 9, here's a lineup to go for it. The Panthers with 3 wide. They send a man in motion. And Newton's going to try to keep him down. He's rolling out, going to throw off his back foot. No flag on the play. The pass was intended for Gallion down the sideline, but it was covered well by number 4, Richard Gonzalez, and a turnover on downs. And, guys, let me try to fix this real quick with this camera, so bear with us a second. Okay, guys, we should be back. Right now it's working. I don't know what's going on with it. Sometimes it shows, sometimes it doesn't on my computer. I've had where I didn't have a video at all, but I can tell you the Panthers are ahead Panthers had a 44-yard touchdown drive just a moment ago. They're ahead 7-0 is your score. It was a 4-play drive. And Guerrero had an 8-yard run to finish it out. And the kickoff goes past the return man again, but this time into the end zone, and he has fielded it. And he's going to try to come out and get to the 2. I don't know if he had touched it when it went past him, but I think he did touch it. He had to have, otherwise you take a knee there, but he had to come out with it, and they're going to have it 1st and 10 from their own 2. So Legacy has had horrible field position in this ball game so far.
So that scoring drive, Jared, for the Panthers, it was a 33-yard pass play on 3rd down that got the Panthers down to the 8-yard line, and then Guerrero finished off the drive with the touchdown run. And it was a good catch by Hewitt in coverage on the sideline, so he was able to get a foot down for the touchdown.
And so they'll start 1st down and 10. Trying to draw the Panthers off sides. Nope, they're going to get a false start against Legacy.
Wow.
I know that some of the Panther line moved on the right side. Apparently that's because the left side of their offensive line flinched first. But you can't move back much farther. They'll move them back to the 1-yard line. It's going to be 1st down and 11.
This is not the way Legacy wanted to start their first 2 drives, way down deep in their own territory. Panthers loading up in the box, Jared.
Well, and they're trying to run it out, and they do get positive yards up to the 5-yard line. So a 4-yard pickup there. It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 7. So 2nd and 7 coming up here. 5:51 to play here in the first quarter. 7-0 Medina Valley leading. This is their first lead of the year, Maury, that they've had.
Yes, it is.
Ramos out of the gun, takes the snap. Going to hand the ball off, trying to get up the middle. He gets a couple of yards up to about the 13-yard line. 3-yard pickup here. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4, 3rd and a long 4.
Wrestled to the ground by Zauza Vega for the Panthers.
It was number 21 on the carry, Javier Salazar, junior running back for the Titans. As Ramos out of the gun again here on 3rd down. 3rd and 4, they swing it out left side. Pass is complete, trying to get back to the inside, but he's not going to get much. Gets maybe 3 on the play. He's going to be shy of the 1st down. It's going to be 4th and a yard. And Legacy's going to have to punt again, Maury.
Good play out there by Villegas. No yards after the catch.
Well, and, the Panther defense has done a good job of keeping them deep in their own end zone here, not allowing them to flip field position. They're having to punt from their goal line every single time. It's giving the Panthers short fields.
And off the air, the last punt went for 16 yards.
I believe this is Cesaro again. Back deep to receive. It boots away. End-over-end kick that Cesaro will let bounce and then field at his own 49. Starts up to the 40, and he's wrestled down out of bounds at the 39-yard line of Southwest Legacy. So, again, great field position for these Panthers to start their drive.
Well, and you're seeing Cesaro back there, and nothing against Carter Hewitt, but he has had some struggles in the first 2 games, a couple of muff punts that has set up the opposition in great field position. Therefore, Cesaro's out there maybe a little bit more sure-handed fielding those punts.
Yep. Yeah, and a timeout taken here. And timeout brought to you by Peerless Equipment Company. And Legacy needs to regroup, Maury. They've been this entire first quarter, there's 4:07 left in the first quarter. The entire quarter's been played in their end of the football field.
And that's not good.
No, and, that defense is going to start getting worn out. I don't think they have any first downs. I don't think they got any when we were off the air a while ago when I was working on the computer. So they've gone 9 plays and out to start this ball game. And the Panthers have a chance to take advantage again here, and they need to. They've got some momentum going for them here. The defense has played very well to start this game. The offense got it going, got a touchdown a while ago on 4 plays. We'll see what they can do here as Newton brings his offense back out onto the field. And the volleyball did win the second set 25-22, so they're going to a third set in that game. They're lined up off sides, Legacy. We'll see if they throw that flag down or not. When they do, I didn't see one. They're going to pitch it out here to Tesoro coming to the near side, and he gets pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line. See where they spot him. They'll spot him at the 34, it looks like. Pick up 5.
Mendoza with the force out for the Titans.
And it'll bring up second down, and, now they'll spot him back at the 35, so a 4-yard pickup is what they give him. 2nd and 6 coming up here. But nonetheless, 4 yards on first down you'll take. Getting those chains on your side. They swing it out to Hewitt quickly, makes the catch, makes the first man miss, and gets pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1.
Freeman on the stop there for the Titans, but a good second effort there by Hewitt, getting a couple extra yards after the catch.
If you notice, Maury, they threw that pass before, but they used to throw it to the far side of the field where it took too long for the ball to get there. This time the ball got there quickly, and Hewitt was able to make the catch before the defender was pushed back into him, and he's able to get upfield and get 5 yards. So 3rd down and 1 here, 3:55 to play first quarter as Reza goes in motion left to right. Newton looking to throw with time, fires over the middle just behind Hewitt, who was open, had to go back to try to get it, got his hand on it, not able to pull it in, and it'll be 4th down and a yard.
Wow, Jared, he had some room to run. If he just leads him just a little bit, Hewitt had a chance to get to the edge and maybe turn that into a big, big play.
Yeah, that throw was just a little behind him. Hewitt made a good effort to try to get that football, but just unable to pull it in. And here we go on 4th down and 1. Panthers sent Tesoro in motion. They're going to give it to Guerrero up the middle. He's got some running room. Trying to bounce it outside to the 20. A stiff arm still on his feet to the 15. 10 cuts it back. 5, touchdown, Medina Valley. A 30-yard touchdown run on 4th and 1 by Anthony Guerrero. And the Panthers on the board again. 13-0 is your score with 3:36 to play. And what a great run by Guerrero. There was a hole. He had to bounce it to the outside, threw a stiff arm, then had to cut back in and make a man miss and dance his way into the end zone.
He had a great block downfield by number 88, Gallion, to allow Guerrero to get to the corner, then a stiff arm, and he basically did it all on his own after that.
Rips with the extra point. It is up, and it is good. So the Panthers, with 3:36 to play in the first quarter, lead Legacy 14-0. And Maury, an excellent start here for the Panthers.
Yeah, just the way you wanted to. You got the Titans pinned down deep in their own territory, get the ball in good field position, score on the last 2 possessions. You couldn't have wrote up a better script to start this ball game.
No, and not at all. And now the thing is, too, is the kickoffs that the Panthers have put down there, they've been inside their own 10 twice on both kickoffs. Well, all through. And we'll have to see, if they can get some better field position here, because the Panthers haven't been able to. Or Legacy rather hasn't been able to get this ball out of their own territory, or better yet, the shadow of their own goalpost.
Another 4-play drive for 39 yards there for the Panthers.
Well, when you look at that, they had a 44-yard drive and a 39-yard drive. Well, look at your field position and
4 plays, both drives.
Right, exactly. And then look at Legacy. Their starting field position has been inside the 10.
Yeah,
and they don't have a first down in the ball game. So Keir ready to boot it away. High end over end kick. This one will be played at the 11-yard line. Starts up to the 15, 20. Still bouncing off some tacklers, and he fumbles the football. Ball's loose, and Legacy jumps back on top of it around the 23-yard line. Very fortunate that the direction he fumbled that was away from all of the defenders.
Yeah, Villegas had wrapped him up and punched the ball out. But number 2, Johnny on the spot there, Esquivel, covered it up for the Titans. And, Jared, we had said that the volleyball tied up the match 1-1, so bear with the camera because that just means it's just going to be a little bit longer before because that, as you know, that's a 3 out of 5, so that's got to go quite a bit ways yet.
Out of the shotgun here. Ramos takes the snap, hands it off, and he is really wrapped up by number 44 for the Panthers, Javier Fears. What a good play by him getting in there as the ball carrier. If he gets past him, he's got some room to run, and he just reached out, grabbed him around the shoulder pads, and yanked him to the ground.
Yeah, the X-Man Fears on the stop there for the Panthers.
That was James Ross on the carry for the Titans. And Maury, Coach Britt talked about in our show on Wednesday night that they wanted to run the ball first. Well, they've been trying that. They're going to have to throw the football if they want to open this up because the Panthers aren't letting them run the football effectively. They take the snap. Here's a little end-around pitch, and he is wrapped up and taken down at the 20. I think he actually lost a yard on the play, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and 13.
Jacob Warren with good run support there from the cornerback spot for the Panthers.
And it just froze again. That is so odd. Yeah, I don't know why, but it just froze again. And we'll just bear with us here for a minute. As Ramos looking to throw on 3rd down over the middle. Good coverage that time by the Panthers. Number 24 on the coverage, Jacob Warren. He had his hand up kind of guarding him. That pass fell incomplete, and it'll be 4th down again. And again, Legacy's going to have to punt. And after they punt it away here on the change of possession, I'll try to get this camera to unfreeze again. I have no idea why it's doing that. It has never froze like that on us before, and when it has, it's been an easy fix. Unfortunately, today it's not working with me so well. And there is a high boot, end over end, not a long punt. It actually takes a Panther bounce and is downed at the 36-yard line.
16-yard punt.
And that's where the Panthers will start 1st and 10, and we're going to try to fix this. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. So the Panthers have run one play. It was a sweep to Carter Hewitt, and he ended up running for a 5-yard pickup, and it's 2nd down and 5 coming up at the 31-yard line. Panthers out of the pistol. They send 2 men in motion. They hand it to Guerrero up the middle, who spins around across the 30. Actually, Newton kept that himself. Then he picks up the 1st down with it. I was looking at the line judges. And they move down the field to the 22-yard line. So here we go on 1st and 10 from the 22. 2 plays for the Panthers, another 1st down, and that was a busted play as Newton keeps it himself, and he gets some positive yards down to the 15. The running back went one way, and he turned the other to try to hand it off, and nobody was home.
Howard Freeman on the stop there for the Titans.
And so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 4. Ball at the 16, 25 seconds to play in the first quarter. A 14-0 score as the Panthers lead. Rays in motion. Newton to throw off a play action. Steps up, fires downfield, and it's knocked down in the end zone. Pass was intended for Carter Hewitt. And it'll bring up 3rd and 4 as that pass fell incomplete with 9 seconds to go in the first. So the Panthers look to the sideline for the play call here on third down. Trying to keep this drive going. I know they're in range of a Rips field goal, but you wonder if they try to go for it on fourth down. Newton takes the snap, hands it off to Guerrero, looking for some running room, and he's not going to get anything. Back to the line of scrimmage is it. Actually, he maybe lost a yard on the play, and he did. That's going to bring up fourth down and 5.
Stuffed up in the middle by number 52, Jose Tellez.
And a timeout taken by the Panthers here, and that's the end of the quarter. So the Panthers will be able to talk it over and figure out what they want to do. We're going to take a break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, and we will continue in just a moment.
STRTC's partnership with Southwest Texas Junior College, Workforce Solutions Alamo, and ACOG Art gives a variety of options for education, workforce training, and transportation. Students can achieve their associate degree with day, evening, and internet class options, earn a certification in Level 1 welding, beginner air conditioning and refrigeration, or earn 5 certifications as patient care technician. For more information, call 830-741-8347 or strtcinfo@hondo-tx.org.
We're back here at Southwest Legacy as we get ready to start the second quarter. And the second quarter sponsor to tell you about is Texas Window Wash. Panther Nation, do you have dirty windows on your home? At Texas Window Washing, we offer competitive pricing without sacrificing quality of service for residential and business windows. Turn your dusty and dirty windows into clear, shining glass by calling Texas Window Washing today. We also clean solar panels. Find us on Facebook and next door. Go Panthers and God bless America. Call us at 210-326-0852. Panthers to go for it on fourth down. I think they're going to get a free play out of this as it was an offside. The pass goes incomplete into the end zone, but the Panthers are probably going to get a first down out of this off of the offside. And the offside will be the call. And they'll mark off the penalty. It's a 5-yard penalty, and that will give the Panthers a first down as they need it 5 for the first down. That'll keep the drive going. So pre-snap penalty there for the Titans, and they keep this drive going for Medina Valley. They hand this ball up the middle to Guerrero, and he gets down to about the 6. There is a flag down on the play back at the line of scrimmage. And I think they're going to have a legal motion here against the Panthers. They say false start against the Panthers, but I think when they send that man in motion, we've seen it before where he moves toward the line of scrimmage before the ball snapped, and they get him for that. So it's going to be 1st and 15 as the ball moves back across the 15-yard line to the 17. And Newton out of the pistol here, just underway second quarter. Panthers with a 14-0 lead. As they change up the play, there's 3 wide out to the left. Newton going to fire it quickly out to the left side. Pass is complete out number 80. He gets down to the 10-yard line. And that was Ty Millis on the reception for the Panthers.
Jose Manchilas on the stop for the Titans.
Brings up 2nd down and 9. Now they'll send 3 wide out to the right. Hewitt by himself, all alone, left side. Newton tried to misdirection there, kept the ball himself, and he's going to lose 2 or 3 yards on the play. He goes back to the Looks like the 14-yard line. It's going to bring up third down and about 11, third and 12. I don't know if that was a busted play or what that was, Maury, because
it looked like it was.
Because it looked like it was going to be a misdirection, but when he went to hand it to Guerrero, he got blasted in the backfield. So on third down, here they go. Newton going to fire it to the end zone. He's got Hewitt, and he makes the catch for the touchdown in the left corner of the end zone. Touchdown pass from Michael Newton to Carter Hewitt, who made a good catch back there while getting hauled down, and the Panthers lead 20-0. And again, Maury, you couldn't ask for a better start for the Panthers.
No, it's been a great start for the Panthers.
Gavin Rips to tack on the extra point. His kick is up, and it is good. With 10:07 to play in the first half, your new score, Medina Valley 21, Southwest Legacy nothing. We'll take a quick break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by Dotson House Moving, and we will continue in just a moment.
Bame Ranch is Castroville's newest
STRTC's
gated
partnership with
community,
Southwest Texas
overlooking
Junior
the
College,
beautiful
Workforce
Alsatian
Solutions
Golf
Alamo,
Course.
and ACOG
Bame
Art
Ranch
gives a
sits on
variety of
pristine
options
South
for
Texas
education.
ranchland with 46 remaining 1-acre home sites dedicated to custom-built homes with several move-in ready. Don't wait for the market to change. Start building your dream home and watch as supply and demand shift in your favor. You'll be glad you did. Go to BravoCountryHomes.com for more info or give us a call today to schedule a tour.
Welcome back here to Titan Stadium here as the Panthers getting ready to kick it off. And kickoff's brought to you by Medina Electric Cooperative. As Keir with an end-over-end kick that's taken at the 20-yard line, looking for some running room, and he's not going to get much across the 25 to about the 29 there. Looks like they're going to give him, they'll give him the 29-yard line. Kind of a generous ball spot there, but that's their best starting field position of the game, Maury.
At number 25, Gabriel Ramagon on the stop there for the Panthers.
Actually give him the 30-yard line. I didn't think he got past the 28.
That's definitely their best starting field position.
Yes, it is. And we'll see if Legacy, I don't think they haven't gotten a first down yet in the ball game. 9:59 to play here in the first half. Ramos out of the shotgun. His lone back is Ross to the right. They're going to give it to Ross up the middle, and he is hit immediately and dropped for a loss of 2 on the play. It's going to bring up second down and 12. And Maury, Panthers are in the backfield immediately.
Yeah, that was Villegas and Xavier Fears again for the Panthers.
That last drive, 9 plays, 36 yards for that touchdown. Their longest touchdown drive has been 44 yards. And they've scored three times. They've had excellent starting field position. Legacy, Ramos swings it out to the right side, bounces off a tackle, makes a man miss across the 30, and he's taken down around the 34-yard line. Picks up a gain of about 6 or 7 on the play. It's going to bring up third down and 5.
Bounced off a few of the Panthers' would-be tacklers, and then big number 44, Xavier Fears, came in to finish him off for the touchdown.
Yeah,
for the tackle.
Yeah, and that was a 7-yard pickup there. Third down and 5 coming up. Legacy trying to move the sticks. Getting the play called. Takes the snap. He's going to throw. It's going to be a screen. Set up. Pass is complete. Made the first man miss, but not the second as he gets he actually lost a yard on the play. That was number 4, Richard Gonzalez, on the reception that time. And number 44 for the Panthers, Fears, in there again for Medina Valley, and he's been all over the place for the Panthers in this first half on defense.
Trying to take number 16 out of the equation for the Panthers, and number 44 is stepping up for the Panthers.
Well, and
and Villegas, respectively, for the Panthers.
Well, in Legacy did their scouting report. They saw Morales against Tivy. John Jay had him double-teamed pretty much the entire game. They're doing kind of the same thing, trying to take him out, but the Panthers stepping up defensively. And they'll have to punt again. As this punt is away, it's a high spiral kick that's fielded by Tessero, who fumbled the football, and then the Panthers fall back on top of it. As that was number 42 for the Panthers getting that football back, Jackson Lesher. And Tessero probably should have let that one bounce as he had a guy getting pushed around him during the play, and I think that's part of the reason he fumbled it. I think when the ball got there, that man reached out and grabbed his arm and kind of took it away from him.
Yeah, it was 28 Freeman for the Titans on the play.
7:39 to play, first half, a 21-0 score, Medina Valley leading here. Opening game of district. And the Panthers couldn't ask for a better start, but Maury, this is the first time they've started on their side of the 50. Worst field position for the Panthers so far, and they're starting 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. Newton pitches it out. Guerrero, room to run left side up across the 40, 45. He's pushed out of bounds around midfield. They're going to spot him at the 48-yard line, picked up 11 yards and a first down for the Panthers.
Number 12 forcing him out of bounds. That's Aiden Gonzalez for the Titans.
Yeah, that's the first play on the MV side of the football field in this ball game.
It was a pretty good play.
Yeah. And Guerrero again across midfield, and he gets down to the 45-yard line. Picks up, looks like 7 yards on the play, and it's going to be 2nd down and 3 coming up.
Freeman on the stop for the Titans.
Gets to the 45. And you got to think, Maury, that this Legacy defense is going to start getting wore down. They've been on the field pretty much the entire half.
Absolutely.
Newton out of the shotgun again, or out of the pistol, rather, as they like to call that. It's swung out to Gallion, right side. He makes the catch across the 40, and he bulls his way down to the 35 before he's wrestled out of bounds. It's going to be a first down, a pickup of 10 yards for the Panthers. And they, once again, move the chains.
16 on the force out there. Adam Polk.
6:40 to play here in the half. Panthers with a 21-0 lead. Newton in that pistol. They send Razor right to left. Takes the snap, looking far side of the field. Pump fakes, and now he finds Reza wide open for the touchdown on the wheel route. The pump fake drew the defender up. A 35-yard touchdown pass from Newton to Reza, and it's 27-0 Medina Valley.
And Jared, we talked off the air 2 games before that where we saw that last year, Reza with that wheel route. We'd like to see it again, and we mentioned something to Coach Britt off the air because we didn't want to spoil anything, but he said that was in the works, and there it was right there.
Rips for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good with 6:27 to play in the first half. Your new score, Medina Valley 28. Southwest Legacy nothing. And Maury, the Panthers have scored on 4 straight drives. That one was their worst starting field position. They started at their own 37-yard line. They managed to take it 63 yards for the score in 4 plays.
For the Panthers is 4.
4 plays.
4 plays
I think
again.
that's 3 touchdown drives that were 4 plays for the Panthers. And that one ended with a 30-yard pass to Reza on that wheel route. And the pump fake, I mean, everybody bid on it. And good job by Newton, a good pass and catch. 6:27 to play here. And Medina Valley looking good. You know, we've talked about them progressively getting better each week, and you're seeing it here tonight as they're getting some confidence offensively and starting to move the ball. Update from the volleyball, the girls won the third set 25-19, so they're up 2-1 now after losing that first set.
We're getting some.
We're getting some stats also for us from Raul Flores with the San Antonio Express News, getting us these stats on the scoring plays and stuff. He's
And
sitting
we
next to us
definitely
over here.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
and we do appreciate it. Because usually we're not up in the press box with the newspaper guys and stuff. They usually we're in different boxes and things like that. Up here at Legacy, they've got us in the same press box with some of them, and that's nice because there's more eyes on the field too.
Well, and we help each other out
Yep.
a lot, so it's very helpful.
As Kier's going to get ready to boot it away again,
And we hope they're enjoying a little bit of the camera view because I have moved over and trying to work the camera as best as I can and try to do the color all at once.
As Kier boots it away, kickoff brought to you by Medina Electric, and this is taken at the 30-yard line, gets up to the 35 where he's brought down 1st and 10 for Legacy from their own 35, and that's where they'll start the drive with 6:21 to play here in the first half.
Is it desperation time for the Titans, Jared? Do you think they won the toss and chose to take the ball to start the ball game, so the Panthers will get the ball? I think they need to put some points on the board here.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, they haven't taken any shots down the field. And the Panthers are stacking the box up on them right now. They're not letting them run the ball, and they're going to hand it to Ross up the middle. And, I mean, he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage, and no gain again for the Titans.
Yeah, that was Morales that time. And as you mentioned, Jared, there is no push by the Titans' offensive line as the Panthers' defensive front is really, really doing a great job tonight.
Yeah, no, their front is doing a great job, but the linebackers are crashing down to fill those gaps. And, I mean, there's no room for their running backs to go right now.
You have 9 out of the 11 almost inside a box for the Panthers on the defensive side.
Ramos again takes the snap, gives it to Ross, right side. This time he finds a hole. There's a flag down. Made a man miss, and he gets down to the 30. But, Maury, I think this is going to be a hold or a chop block, as this is going to come back. That was their best play of the night as it got down to the 29-yard line of Medina Valley, but I do not think this is going to stand.
Yeah, they're not moving the sticks any at all.
And that flag came, and it is a hold against Legacy, and it came right where that big hole opened up.
Wow, and that's got to be devastating for the Titans.
Yeah, you just get you get a
good
big
chunk
play, move it into Panther territory for the first time tonight, and it gets called back. That negates a 36-yard run. And they'll bring up 2nd down and 20 as they move it back to the 25-yard line. 5:28 and counting. Ramos out of the gun here, only with one wide receiver. Takes the snap, gives it to Ross again, that's not Ross, that's number 21 back in there. He's going to get probably 4 yards on the carry, as that is Javier Salazar on the carry, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 16.
Zalza Vega, first Panther there.
Yeah, 3rd down and 16 coming up here for the Titans, and we'll see if they open this up. They tried to hit Medina Valley with a screen earlier on 3rd down. Didn't work, actually lost them a yard. The Panthers did a good job of snuffing that out. And a timeout taken by Medina Valley, I believe. Timeout brought to you by Peerless Equipment. That is a Medina Valley timeout. And we'll take a quick break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we will continue in just a moment.
Sammy's Restaurant and Habeas Alsatian Bakery, 2 legendary landmarks in Castroville. From breakfast to delicious hometown lunch specials and more, Sammy's satisfies your taste buds with the unique flavor of Castroville. And from fresh baked breads to pies and pastries, South Texans have made Habeas Alsatian Bakery a must-to-visit since 1940. Sammy's Restaurant, online at sammysrestaurant.com. Habeas Alsatian Bakery, online at habeasbakery.com.
We're back here at Legacy as they are in the timeout here. 4:37 to play here in the first half. Legacy facing 3rd and 16, and Maury.
I know
they don't have a first down yet in the ball game.
If your Legacy, you want to try to hit the home run, but you don't want to turn the ball over.
No.
Down here either, with the way the Panthers have been moving the ball on the offensive side also. So kind of a double-edged sword here for the Titans.
The Titans with the football. Ramos out of the gun. They send a receiver left to right. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. Sets up, fires deep right side. He had a man down there, but he was covered up very well, and that pass falls incomplete.
I think it would have came back anyways, Jared, because you're going to have a holding in the pocket, I believe.
Pass was broken up by number 8, Christian Maldonado for the Panthers. Good job by the sophomore cornerback to stay with him the whole time.
Yeah, it's going against.
Yeah, they're going to decline this. It's going to bring up 4th down. And that is the call. Hold against Legacy. Penalty is declined. It'll be 4th down for the Titans, and they're going to have to punt again.
And that was Maldonado on single coverage back there. Great coverage by the young Panther.
Well, that's the thing over the last few years, Maury. We've seen a lot of sophomores and underclassmen who have stepped up for the Panthers and have a lot of playing experience. I mean, look at Newton and Gonzalez at quarterback. Last year they were freshmen and sophomore. Now they're sophomore and junior.
But this was the fresh part of the freshman class last year that they were bragging on.
Yep.
You know, and if you're a sophomore, you're going to put him on the varsity, he better be playing.
Punt is away. It's a high spiral kick. Tesoro is going to field it at the 38. Made the first man miss. A flag flies in late. Fights his way to the 45-yard line. But we'll see what the flag is on here.
I like the way Tesoro came up and took control of that ball.
No, I like the way he's been very aggressive running back kicks here.
That's probably a holding penalty where that flag is, Jared, on one of the gunners downfield.
Yeah, you're probably right. As we wait for the head referee
It'll still
to
be
give
Medina
us the
Valley's
call.
ball.
And it is a hold against the Panthers. So they'll give them a 10-yard penalty. The ball will move back to the 27-yard line. That's where the Panthers will start. With 4:14 to play here in the second quarter. And Maury, we'll see if the Panthers can move this football again. They've scored on their last 4 drives. They've had 5 possessions. They scored on 4 of them. The only one they did not score on was the opening drive where they turned it over on downs.
Yep.
Takes that snap, going to run the handoff up the middle to Guerrero. A flag comes down back at the 27-yard line.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
And this is probably going to be against the Panthers.
There's a flag on each side of the field. Negates a good run there.
Yeah, Guerrero had 10 or 11 yards on that carry. And it is a illegal motion against the Panthers is what they called it. It's the first time I've really been able to hear the referee over our headsets and stuff.
I heard him on the last call.
Yep.
And that was the only 2 times, but I'm hearing him now.
So it's going to bring up 1st and 15. Ball moves back to the 22-yard line. Panthers have had a couple of those illegal motions now in the ball game. Newton out of the gun, out of the pistol. Looking left side, fires, complete. Reza up to the 25, 30. Not able to make that second man miss there, but he gets to the 31-yard line. Picks up about 8 yards on the play.
Arsenault on the stop there for the Titans.
9-yard pickup. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6.
Got the penalty yards back and then some.
3:33 to play here in the half. Takes a snap, gives it to Guerrero, trying to bounce it outside, cuts it back in, and he's going to have a first down as he gets across the 37 to the 38-yard line.
Jiving and juking all the way for a first down. Mendoza on the stop for the Titans.
Needed 6 and got 7. You know, he's a very patient runner. He waits back there for something to open up, and when he sees it, he gets through it. You know, he's kind of got that deceptive speed.
Well, the Panthers overcome a 1st and 15.
They're trying to run the option, and Newton is taken down in the backfield, back at the 34-yard line. A loss of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 14 coming up, and, you know, he pulled that ball out, and he had no time to pitch it.
Yeah, Mancias was all over him after he pulled the ball out of Guerrero's belly there.
2:38 to go. Panthers with 2 timeouts remaining here in the half. They have it 2nd down and 14. Newton to throw. Steps up, fires down the left side. Hewitt goes up. Ball's batted away and out of bounds. Good coverage on that far sideline.
Is that Arsenault again, number 23?
I believe so. And he got his hand up there and made that deflection. The ball was a little bit underthrown, and he was looking for the football and came back to make the play.
Turned his head around and looked for it.
And it'll bring up 3rd and 14. But one thing the Panthers not afraid of here tonight is to take some shots down the field. And, you know, the young men who were on the show told us that they like to blitz. Well, they brought the blitz that time, and Newton got rid of it just before it got to him. Newton rolling out near side, sets his feet, fires, complete near the 42-yard line to Tesoro. He's going to be shy of the first down. It's going to be 4th down and about 7.
Salazar on the stop for the Titans. I knew I was going to do that before the night was over, say Dragons instead of Titans. I made it all the way till 2 minutes left to go in the first half.
2:10 to play. It's 4th down and 6, and probably see Butler come on here to punt.
They'll send number
8.
Is that 8 back there?
Yeah, he's number 8 going to go back deep to receive. That's Julian Rodriguez. Butler with his first punt of the evening. We'll see what he can do here. Good punter for the Panthers, and he gets this one off. It's a high spiraling kick. Fair catch called for and fumbled. Scramble for it on the ground, and I think that Legacy fell back on top of it, and they do at the 31-yard line.
Looked like number 2 jumped on it. The guy with the green gloves, the player, is that 2 or 3?
That's Esquivel.
That would have definitely not been what the Titans needed in this first half.
No, and you know, the coverage was there. Both gunners for the Panthers were down there and in position, and you know, he tried to step up there, Rodriguez, and make that play and just muffed it. Very fortunate that his teammate was able to jump back on it.
Absolutely.
2 minutes to go here in the half. 1st and 10, they hand it off. I believe that's Ross up the middle, and he's going to get maybe 2 on the play.
Gibson Conrad on the stop there for the Panthers. First Panther there.
And that was Ross on the carry. Clock runs under 1:42. Legacy not in any hurry here. It's 2nd down and 8 coming up. Ball at their own 33-yard line. Ramos in the shotgun. Takes the snap, and it's a direct snap to Ross, who tries to get up the middle, and he gets to the 35-yard line where he's brought down a pickup of 2 more yards. It's going to be 3rd and 6 coming up.
Morales and Connor Crisp on the stop there for the Panthers.
And Maury, it looks like they're content to run this clock out and get into halftime down 28-0.
Got a timeout. Medina Valley wants to try to get this ball back before half.
Yeah, you know, the Panthers, they'd like to put up another score. They're going to get the ball to start the second half. I think they feel like they've got their foot on the throat there, and, you know, a score here and a score to open the second half, and this game's pretty much in hand.
Yeah,
I think that's how they feel about it.
Yep, and that timeout is sponsored by Peerless Equipment. And we mentioned on that tackle, Morales and Connor Crisp, there's another sophomore up there for the Panthers, and Connor Crisp, who's seeing a lot of playing action. And we come from the same school, Jared. If you're a sophomore or you're on the varsity, you better see playing time. Yeah. If not, you need to be on the JV playing time. And that's one thing I will give Coach Britt credit for. If there's a sophomore up there, they're getting the reps. They're seeing their playing time.
And that's the thing that, some people just don't understand that. It's great. Yeah, I'm a sophomore in varsity, but if you're not playing, it's not doing you any good. You're not getting reps, and you're not getting game
you're
experience.
Not seeing the game action.
Yeah, you're better off on the JV where you're starting and playing and getting reps in. But if, like Maury said, you're a sophomore on the varsity and they're getting reps or getting playing time. And you like to see that because that's the future.
Absolutely.
Ramos out of the gun here on third down. 3rd and 6. They give the ball to Ross up the middle. He's going to get 2, maybe 3 yards on the carry. He stopped at the 38-yard line, and the Panthers take their final timeout with 1:03 to go here, and they're going to get the football back. They want to see, and this is the first time the Panthers are going to be able to run a hurry-up offense with just under a minute to go. And, their punter, he does get some punts off, but they're not far. So the Panthers are
anything over 25 yards.
No, so they're probably banking on they're going to get pretty good field position here. They're out of timeouts, but you have that sideline to play with as a clock stopper.
And that was Morales leading the charge there for the Panthers. And, Jared, one scenario here, he hasn't been punting the ball that good. Do you set up the return or do you go after him? I think you set up the return. Don't even give yourself the option of roughing the kicker or not. You've seen Tesoro doing a great job returning the punts.
Yep.
I'd give him an opportunity here.
Yeah, no, I would too. It's especially if he can get his hands on one. He's an aggressive punt returner, and you feel like if a hole opens up, he has the explosiveness to get through it with what I've seen.
And we talked about sophomores. I think Tesoro's a sophomore.
I believe you're right. Yeah, he is a sophomore as well.
There you go. I cheated a little bit. I learned. No, I didn't.
And he is standing back there at the 24-yard line, right at his 25. 1:03 left here. And that snap goes over the punter's head, picks it up back at the 10. He's going to get the punt off. It's a high spiral kick that's going to go out of bounds. Well, no, it bounces inbounds and takes a great legacy bounce and ends up at the 24-yard line is where they're going to spot it of the Panthers. So, wow, he ended up kicking that from back around the 15-yard line.
What did we say? The Panthers had?
They had the return set up so nobody was rushing him.
Yep.
And, that ball went 5 feet over us. He had no chance to get that.
It was 15 yards over his head when he picked it up. And not only did he get the punt away,
he got the roll.
About 25 yards worth of roll.
Well, it was coming toward the sideline here. That's why I thought it was going to go out of bounds, and then it bounced probably about a yard or two inbounds and just took a great legacy hop. So here are the Panthers 1st and 10 from their own 24. Fires it out to Hewitt on the left side. He's got some running room to the 40 down the sideline in a foot race, and he's run out of bounds. That'll stop the clock, but he's going to be across. Well, he's going to be close to midfield. They'll spot him at his own 47-yard line.
I didn't see what number ran him out of bounds. I was following.
23-yard pickup there for the Panthers on 1st down, 42 seconds to go. The same play out to Hewitt again, and he's going to get some yards, and he's going to stay in bounds. Well, they didn't have the chain set up yet, Maury.
No, they sure didn't.
And did he? I think he got another 1st down. Yeah, he did. They're going to have to move the chains again. Clock stops with 36 seconds left to set the chains. Takes the snap. Newton looking left side, fires complete out to Hewitt. He steps out of bounds, a 9-yard pickup there. It's going to be 2nd and 1 with 31 seconds left. Three plays, and the Panthers getting down there. Another thing is, remember, Gavin Rips has a good leg.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, how close do you think you need to get here to give Rips a chance?
I think the Panthers need to get to about the 25-yard line. That'll give him, 42 yards.
Yeah.
And I know I know he can make it. It's different in a game situation, but I know he's made them in practice before.
In warm-ups.
Yep. And a timeout taken by Legacy here.
Sponsored by Peerless Equipment.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're probably talking about the same thing here. They've 3 plays, all 3 have been to Carter Hewitt on that sideline here. You wonder if they're going to try to hit Gallion on the, something or pump fake it to Hewitt and hit somebody, Reza open again for that wheel route or something.
Gallion and Reza both out here on the wide side of the field, doubled up out here. I think you're going to have the same situation. It's going to be Gallion and...
Well, you've got Hewitt and Reza on the left side there. Reza the slot back. He ran that wheel route earlier in the ball game here. 1st down and 10 for the Panthers. Newton going to fire it right side to Gallion. He's got him open, goes up, makes the catch at the 5-yard line. He's brought down. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Panthers as the clock stops with 23 seconds left as they move the chains. It'll be 1st and goal at the 5. What a great play by Gallion. He used his size that time to go up and get it. Newton takes the snap, gives it to Guerrero, and he walks in untouched for the touchdown.
Now, how efficient was that 1-minute drill there?
Yeah, they had 50 seconds left when they got the football. There's 16 left in the half, and the Panthers scored on, I believe, 6 plays. 5-play drive.
1 over the minimum.
Yeah.
Usually 4.
Well, they started at the 24-yard line. Rips' extra point is up and good. So 16 seconds.
No good. Left.
He put his arms up first, didn't he? It looked like he put them up to signal good, and then he one did and one said no good. So no good is the call, as you had a little difference in the referees there for a second. But 34-0 is your score here with 16 seconds left. And a 76-yard touchdown drive for the Panthers, Maureen. The Panther offense has looked good in this ball game so far. It's been a huge improvement, and, the Panthers face very stiff competition in those first 2 games of the year. Tyvee's no slouch, and John Jay's a 6A school that had athleticism up and down their lineup here. Not that Legacy doesn't have that, but the Panthers have executed the plays that they weren't making those first 2 weeks.
Well, and
Michael Newton settled down. He's thrown he overshot a lot of receivers in those first 2 weeks. A couple of the balls he threw early here, but he's settled into this ball game nicely, and he's throwing some accurate passes now.
Well, the Panthers offense is finding the luxury of going against the Titans defense that have been out on the field
all game.
Lot. I mean, even though you're scoring in 4 and 5 play drives,
well,
your offense is not helping your defense out. They're not getting any first downs at all.
No, and Keir boots this one away. It's played at the 26-yard line, and he's got room to run. Keir's the last man back, and he's pushed out of bounds by the kicker, Keir, at the 34-yard line. And, Maury, to me, that's the problem with doing those short end-over-end kicks toward the sideline, because if one little hole opens up, there's nobody behind to recover. And that's what happened there. Your kicker's making the play, 9 seconds to go, and they've got it at the 34-yard line. And I think this is going to be Legacy's first play inside Panther territory.
Yes.
And they still haven't picked up a first down in the ball game, I don't believe. Out of the gun here, Ramos. Ross is his lone back to the right. You got to believe they're going to try to throw one to the end zone here or do some kind of trick play, hook and ladder or something. They send a man in motion. Rolling out right, Ramos under pressure from Morales, throws complete to the 32, makes the first man miss, still on his feet, and he's going to be taken down around the 24-yard line, and that will end the first half of play. And Maury, I think they've picked up their first down of the game on the last play of the half there, as that was a 10-yard pickup to the 24. And that ends the first half of play. Your score at the break, Medina Valley 34, Southwest Legacy 0. We're going to take a break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, and we will continue in a moment.
It's the biggest sale of the year at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. Get a new Silverado Crew Cab posted at $37,999, or get $5,000 off Equinox or $7,000 off Traverse. 1.9% financing available on new Chevrolets. Plus, get 2 years of no-charge oil changes and 1 year of unlimited car washes with all new Chevrolets. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Dodson House Moving and Construction is a fourth-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dodson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
Tondre Gwynn Funeral Home in Castroville, Texas has been providing funeral services to families in the Medina Valley and surrounding areas for many generations. Tondre Gwynn Funeral Home is proud to support the broadcast by the Medina Valley Broadcast Network for the athletes and students participating in this event. Go Panthers! Tondre Gwynn Funeral Home, Castroville, Texas. You may view obituaries at Tondre, Tondre-Gwynn, Guinn.com, or visit the Facebook page of Tondre Gwynn Funeral Home to view funeral.
The Magnolia Filling Station features daily dark roast and Friedler blend medium dark roast drip coffee, lattes, iced lattes, cold brews, chai lattes, mochas, teas, and lemonade, all served daily. We make all of our pastries daily from scratch. We also serve cookies, muffins, cupcakes, banana nut bread as well. Come by during lunch for some of our variety of sandwiches, including ham, turkey, Italian, and pimento cheese. We also have protein snack packs and yogurt parfaits. Come and sit outside under the patio next to one of our historic gas pumps or inside and visit with the friendly baristas. Located in the heart of Castroville at 1101 Fiorella Street. That's your halftime sponsor, Magnolia Filling Station. And Jared, we have the camera on the band. We are unable to run a mic outside the window, so we're just going to post it so that people can
see it.
See the halftime performances.
Yeah, because it's just kind of like it was in John Jay last week. These press boxes, we're unable to open these windows and get a mic outside to be able to hear it because they're.
Well, and
we're on the third story.
The only reason we can do it at Medina Valley is we're on one of the sides and we can run the crowd mic
out the door.
Yep. Which you may pick up something you don't want to pick up on the crowd mic.
We have done
that
before.
Sits below.
Yeah.
But,
nonetheless. We can't really do that at away games. Usually that's very difficult to do. We'll be able to do it down at the Laredo School when we go down there. We only go once, but we're actually outside at that press box.
Under a little patio.
We're under a canopy pavilion there, so we'll be able to pick that up there. Couple of those stadiums they're all big North San Antonio ISD stadiums and stuff like that. Southwest, we'll be able to do it at Southwest, but I think that game's at Medina Valley this year.
Yes.
Their stadium you're able to do that at. But, we'll get you the band, the sound on whenever we can when we're at the games where we can do them. I'd like to remind everyone next week is homecoming. That is a home game against Laredo Martin, I believe is who the Panthers play next week. Second home game of the year. They've had 2 road games in a row. That is homecoming early this year. Usually it's later in the season, but homecoming next week against Martin. Went down there and beat them pretty handily last year. But we'll see what they bring this year. They'll have some new players, and Panthers with a new coach and new style of offense, which has been clicking here tonight, Maury. This game started off with Legacy had a 3-and-out. The Panthers took the ball. They ended up turning it over on downs. Legacy went 3-and-out and out again, and then the Panthers went 4 plays, capped off with an 8-yard Guerrero run to put them on the board 7-0. And the Panthers would score on the next 3 possessions after that as well. A 24-yard touchdown pass mixed in there. Some 30-yard run by Guerrero to get in the end zone again. And then a 30-yard pass to Carter Hewitt down there as well. And then Guerrero got in for the 3rd time on the drive. He scored 3 touchdowns in the ball game, and Newton's thrown for 2. And
that was set up by a pretty good long pass to Gallion, who brought it down, was tackled right
at the 5-yard line. Yeah. And, the Panther offense has been clicking, but let's not forget what the defense has done in this game. The first down of the ball game for Legacy came on the last play of that half, and it was a 10-yard pickup that got them a first down. That was the only play they ran in Panther territory the entire first half. Their offense ran in Panther territory. And, you can't give big enough credit to the Panther defense because they've allowed the offense to have good field position. They'd allowed the offense to be on the field for a long time. And in turn, the offense has allowed them to get some breathers on the sideline and be fresh when they come back into the ball game.
Well, go ahead. Were you finished? Oh, I was going to say that I can hear Alice Cooper singing right now, "Welcome to My Nightmare," because that's what it has been for the special teams for the Titans. The special teams for them have been just not good, especially on the kickoffs, and their punts have not been the greatest. But it was the kickoffs and the kick returns that have really cost them and put them back behind the 8 ball as soon as the game began.
Yeah, and before I've got some stats here from the Express News, which are great, and I'm going to read those here in just a second. But I want to point out that the volleyball ended up winning that match. They won the third set and the match 25-21. So they lost that first set and then came back to win the next 3. And so they start off 1-0 in district against South San, who Coach Griggs said they're a scrappy team.
Absolutely.
And that's a hostile environment over there at South San.
Oh, it's loud.
Yeah, and we've done some basketball games there in the past, and it's a loud environment. So a big win for the Panther volleyball team kicking off district play.
Congratulations to Coach Griggs and the volleyball team.
So stats for you here. First downs, Medina Valley 15 first downs in that first half. Legacy with 1. Rush yards, Medina Valley 16 rushes for 88 yards. Legacy 14 for 20. Passing yards, Medina Valley 195, 19 for Legacy. And the Titans 39 total yards of offense in that first half. The Panthers with 283. Passing completions, Newton went 11 for 18, no interceptions, 2 touchdowns, 195 yards. Legacy 4 of 8 for 4 of 8, no interceptions, no touchdowns, 19 yards passing. Punts, Medina Valley 1 for 27, Legacy 7 punts, and I think that's an average 22.5 yards per punt was the average there on 7 punts. No fumbles for the Panthers. Legacy fumbled the ball twice, didn't lose it. Panthers had 3 penalties for 20 yards in that half. Legacy had 5 for 26. And the Panthers had 21 return yards and Legacy with none. Hewitt led the way for the Panthers, receiving 5 receptions for 100 yards and a touchdown. And then Guerrero, 9 rushes, 68 yards, 3 touchdowns for Guerrero in the ballgame. Thank you to the Express News over there for those stats. We appreciate you getting those to us and helping our broadcast out there, bringing a little more to the broadcast.
Yeah, that's Raul Flores. That's
next to us over there.
Us with these stats, and we want to thank him for that.
And, Maury, that's a great first half for the Panthers, and we're going to take a break to recognize some of the sponsors. We'll come back with some of the scores from around the area and talk a little bit about the second half. You're listening to Panther Football, and we will continue in a moment.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925 with one simple goal, to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Rusty Rooster at 806 Highway 90 West in Castroville is the place to stop on your way home from work or to drop by on the weekend to grab some beverages without ever leaving your truck. Rusty Rooster, the place in Castroville for quenching your thirst from sun up to sundown. Drive through today. Fast, convenient. That's Rusty Rooster, 806 Highway 90 West in Castroville. After all, anything goes till the rooster crows.
Welcome back here to Titan Stadium here at Southwest Legacy. 34-0 is your score here at the break. And, the Panthers with an excellent first half of football, Maury, and this is the third game of the year. There's been a lot of improvement from week 1 to week 3 now. We saw some improvement last week against Jay, which is it's hard to say there was improvement there because you lost 29-7, but at the same time you saw your team do things that they didn't do the first week and things they did the first week that they shouldn't do, like a bunch of pre-snap penalties that they got rid of. The Panthers, with only 3 penalties in that first half here, for 20 yards, not bad for the Panthers, and there's a lot of positives here in this ball game. And you're building something to go into homecoming next week against Laredo Martin. And something that the Panthers have failed to do the last few years is win their district opener. They've been 0-1 in district for about the last 2 or 3 years. They've been behind the 8 ball when it comes to trying to get back into district. They have a 34-0 lead here with a half to play. Panthers looking good so far, but we've seen this before, and I believe they had a lead last year, and Legacy came back and won that football game. So that first possession of that second half, the Panthers really need to move the ball downfield, put up another score here, and try to put this completely out of reach.
Right, and the score right now, I think, Jared, is pretty much safe, but as you said, you want to start the second half strong. You want to get out there. You want to maybe take control, put another score on the board, then get some fresh faces in there, get some experience for the younger guys, and carry that momentum on until homecoming next week at Medina Valley. So Panthers have done exactly what they needed to do in this ball game. Defense has looked outstanding. Offense has looked great. You just need to just finish, as we said. The key word this year is finish. And, you need to carry this into the second half. Do not let up. But, as we mentioned, get some fresh faces. Make sure you come out of this game
injury-free.
Injury-free is the main thing right now at this point when you got this
lead.
This very comfortable of a lead here at halftime. And
some scores around the district. Southwest, the Dragons played yesterday against Laredo Martin down in Laredo. That was a 26-12 final as Southwest won that football game. Other scores from around the district: South San leading Laredo Cigaroa 14-3. That game's at halftime. And the other game, Southside leading Laredo Nixon 21-3. That game at halftime as well.
Not too much of surprises there with either one of those two scores. You would have thought that South San and Southside would take care of business against the Laredo schools.
And Cigaroa has historically, over the last few years, been the better of the three schools, but trailing 14-3 there in that game against South San. But all those games, they're still in hand, not out of reach, and there's still a half of football yet to play. Now, some games from around the area. We'll see if we can get you some that are around here, and Eagle Pass is the team that has the bye this week.
The Mavericks?
Yep, because they're Eagle Pass win in the district as well, not playing this week. Jordanton leading Pleasanton 14-7, that game at halftime. Other games around, this can't be right. Charlotte beat Runge 2-0, a safety.
Wow, I'd have liked to have been at that ball game.
I know.
That would be a fun one to watch.
Pearsall beating Memorial 16-0 at halftime. Somerset leading Floresville 28-13 at the half. Bandera ahead of the Kennedy Rockets 42-0 in the third quarter.
Wow.
John Jay ahead of O'Connor 29-6 in the second quarter.
Somerset is one of those schools that they say this year has a pretty potent team, that they might be an area team around here to look for to make a good run when the playoffs start. So that's a team to keep an eye on, a local team around here.
A team that became kind of a rival of Medina Valley when they were in their district, not so much now. Alamo Heights leading Highlands 38-0, that game at halftime.
No surprise.
No. Let's see. Lytle leading West Campus 12-0. New Braunfels Canyon and New Braunfels playing tonight. That's a rivalry. The Unicorns leading the Cougars 21-19 at halftime, so close game there. Let's see here. Smithson Valley leading East Central 41-7. Lavernia over LaGrange 35-0 at the half.
Have a Medina Valley state champion there coaching the New Braunfels team, Mr. Glenn Mangold.
Yep.
Were they on the winning side or losing side at half? They were down by 2, huh?
Canyon was down by 2.
Yeah,
yep.
He's for he's for New Braunfels.
Steele leading the Hutto Hippos 43-0 in the second quarter with 6 minutes left.
Well, ain't that a difference in classifications or not?
I think so. I think Hutto's
one lower
classification below them. I'm not 100% on that. Divine leading Natalia in the second quarter 28-8. I didn't know Divine played them, but Natalia's in 2A. Now Natalia's been moving up, I think, in some of that, but I didn't know they played each other.
I didn't either.
Bernie Champion leading Canyon Lake 21-7 in the second quarter.
They're neighbors, so that could be a rivalry game right there.
They're not, but 7 miles apart, not even 7 miles apart. And the rest of these games it shows on here are tomorrow. I didn't see a Hondo score on here. Probably because they're on the road, and they do these based on where they're at. There we go. The Bernie Bulldogs leading La Mesa 14-6. And Bernie, one of those teams they have a good football team. They had a good one last year, and I think they had a lot of guys come back. See some of these other scores here if I can find. some Hondo's. That Hondo score for you is what I'm looking for here. Oh, there we go. Hondo 21, Brackett 7 in the third quarter. That's why I didn't find it, because they're in Bracketville, and I had it within 50 miles of here. So.
And that was courtesy of
the
Mr.
Express
Flores
News.
from the Express News.
Yeah, and
thank him once again.
That Bracketville game, I've been down there to that stadium when DeHennis would play them down there, and it's down there. You got to go through the checkpoint on the way back and all that. It's pretty good.
It's that far.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good way on the other side of Uvalde out there.
Okay, Mr. Prognosticator, you're a UTSA alumni. What's the status for that game of the I-35 rivalry now at Texas State?
So there's a lot. That's the opening game at the Alamo Dome this year, opening home game. The Roadrunners lost 17-14 to Houston last week. Frank Harris did not have his best football game.
3 interceptions in the
fourth quarter, in the second half. And the interceptions that he threw, those are plays that he's never made before. He's very good with the ball. He doesn't force things. He forced some things last week and threw some passes he shouldn't have. Unfortunately, they came out on the losing side of that. There was a very questionable ball spot at the end of that football game that kind of was their demise there at the end, but there were some things that happened earlier in that. Texas State beat Baylor last week. It's their first win over a power conference team. My wife went to Baylor, so we usually try to go to at least one game a year. Parents have season tickets, that kind of thing, so we try to go to some games. But that's a rough loss for Baylor, and they've got Utah this week. I think UTSA beats Texas State. They're going to raise the Conference USA Championship banner in the Alamo Dome this year. I got to see that last year when they played Houston at home. In fact, my parents are going to that game tomorrow. That'll be a good game, and I think UTSA comes out with a win. I think Frank Harris puts kind of that behind him last week, comes out with a win, and I think UTSA is still going to have a good season.
I think UTSA will probably win the ball game, but I don't think it's going to come easy. I think you're going to see a fired-up Bobcats team.
No, they are coming off a big win.
Come off of a big win, and I don't think they're going to have a hangover. I think they're going to try to carry it over. I expect it to be a good ball game.
And that's a rivalry game. That's the I-35 rivalry. When I went to school there, so the year I graduated from UTSA was the first year that they had football. And before that, they played in the Southland Conference, Texas State, and basketball. I go to a lot of those games, and they had the Beat Texas State, shirts they'd give out. And there was a big rivalry in basketball, and it's carried over to football for them. And it's, I'm a UTSA fan. I like them. I'm still a Notre Dame fan first. Always. I will root for Notre Dame against UTSA if they ever play each other, which I hope one day they get to. But, UTSA is going to travel also. They're going to play Tennessee. Is that this year? I know they play them next year.
I think it's year the series starts. Yeah.
But yeah, they're gonna get to travel to Tennessee and play them there, and that's big for that program.
Absolutely.
And they've built what they have over the years. They're in the American Conference now because they want a shot when this playoff thing expands next year to 12 teams. They have a shot in that conference to get into the playoff, and that's what they want. And I've listened to Coach Traylor talk, and he talks a lot about needing the money and the donations from the alumni and things like that, because he sees with this portal and everything and being able to pay players now, he goes, we're developing these players, and bigger schools are coming in and snatching them up. Look at the receiver that they had from last year, went to Ole Miss in the portal. What was his name?
Jakari.
Yeah, Franklin. He went to Ole Miss. And he, UTSA misses him greatly. He was an excellent receiver. Not that they don't have a good receiving car now, but still, you've got players coming up, and then they go into the portal, and it's going to be hard for them to keep players of that caliber when other schools are able to pay them now.
Well, not only did he lose some players to the portal, he lost one of his main guys, his offensive coordinator, to the Oregon Ducks. And I listened to Summer Traylor after that happened, and he said, well, we need some more money coming in. He said, I wish him all the luck in the world. I cannot blame him for increasing his money exponentially. By millions.
Yeah,
is what he got paid at Oregon to move over there. And Coach Traylor said, I can't blame him. He's improving himself, and he said, I kind of feel good about it because I know the guy, and he's a great friend of mine. And I wish him all the luck in the world, and I cannot blame him for bettering his life and moving on.
And that's the thing. It's not just UTSA this is happening to. It's everybody. Yeah.
And it's the smaller schools that are having
going to suffer.
For it.
And if you look, the conferences are disappearing, the smaller conferences, because it's going to become what 5 or 6 super conferences is what it's going to end up being, and these smaller schools are getting, pushed out when it comes to that. But we have a football game here, high school football, Friday night lights again. Fixing to start the third quarter. Medina Valley with a 34-0 lead here, and the Panthers going to get the ball right now to start this second half. And
I know the camera, I'd like to lower it to where I could get the bottom half of the field, but the setup here is not allowing me to, so we're going to miss a little bit of the sidelines if it comes, but I'm going to try to work the camera again.
The camera is tilted as much forward as we can possibly get it with the way the tripod has to be set up because of the height of everything here. The only thing we might actually, I might be able to do something here. Give me a second.
And the Titans come out with a little trickeration, try an onside kick, but it does not work as the Panthers cover it up. So a good job by Medina Valley.
I think that fixed it.
Okay, it looks like it did.
And a good job by the Panthers to be ready for that because Southwest has to, they have to do something to get back into this ball game. You're down 5 scores, so an onside kick is really, it's not surprising that they tried it here. Panthers are going to get.
We had the camera just set perfect.
They're going to have it now. 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line is where the Panthers will start. Newton out of the pistol. 2 wideouts here. They send Ray's in motion. The ball's on the ground. Newton picks it up, and he's going to get taken down back at the 42-yard line. He's going to lose. Well, they give him the 43. They're going to lose 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 16 coming up.
Swallowed up by Eli Sanchez for the Titans.
Not the best first snap of the second half you could ask for the Panthers, but we'll see if they can overcome this. That snap was a little bit to the left of Newton. Takes a snap, Newton to throw with time. Now he's dancing around, looking, good coverage downfield. Fires it to Reza, who we'll see what they say here. Did he make the catch? No, they're going to say incomplete. He came back to that football around the 41-yard line and tried to get his hands underneath it, but the referee's saying that it did hit the turf before he made the catch.
Newton keeping the play alive quite a bit using his feet.
And a good job by Newton to keep his eyes downfield when that happened to find Reza, who came open.
And Reza coming back to help his quarterback out.
Unfortunately, just couldn't get his hands under the ball. So 3rd down and 16 here to start this second half. Panthers moved the ball very effectively in that first half. They're behind the chains here on their opening possession. And they're going to get, they didn't get it off. I was going to say they snapped it with no time left on there. I thought they got away with it, but that's going to be a delay of game. Nope, they're going to say the Panthers got the timeout before the delay of game, but take their first timeout of the second half there, and there's still 11:21 to play in the third quarter. So this is probably not the start that they wanted to start the second half, especially after going 34-0 to open up that first half. And the thing is, Maury, is you don't want to give Legacy any kind of hope that they can get back in this ball game. Going 3 and out here, if they manage to, it would. And if they can get some yards and give themselves some hope, that's.
And that timeout was sponsored by Peerless Equipment. I want to thank Peerless is one of our sponsors. They've been the timeout sponsor the last few years, and I want to thank them for that. Ethan Hatcher.
Edwin.
I'm sorry.
$11:21 to go here in the third. Newton out of the shotgun here, and they'll look for the play change at the sideline. 3rd down and 16 here for the Panthers. Need to get to the Southwest Legacy 41-yard line. Newton Going to fire it down the left side for Hewitt. He comes back, makes the catch at the 35. There's flags down on the play. We'll see what that's going to – it's either going to be offensive or defensive pass interference. There was a lot of hand play between the two of them, and that ball was underthrown as Hewitt came back to make the reception. And they do call pass interference against Legacy. They decline the penalty and take the play, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the 35-yard line.
Big third down conversion there.
A 22-yard pickup there on 3rd down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line of Legacy.
High snap, it gets away from Newton.
And the Panthers, Legacy.
Stopped the clock.
Yeah, they
it's a false start.
Yeah, and lucky because a Legacy player fell on top of the football. So that's going to be a false start, and it's going to be 1st down and 15.
And what that false start did is it kept the Panthers in possession of this football. As the snap wasn't really bad, Jared. It was right in front of Newton. I think he just took his eye off of it.
Out of the pistol here. Takes a snap. Hands it off to Guerrero. Trying the middle. He gets a few yards, maybe 2, up to the 42-yard line before he gets knocked down. It'll be 2nd down and 13 coming up.
There's number 9 on the stop there for the Titans. Dominguez.
Second and 13 here. Newton out of the pistol. 2 wide out to the far side of the field. They send Cicero in motion. They're going to sweep it out right side here to Guerrero, looking for some room. He's going to get to the 35-yard line, picks himself up 3 yards on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd and 10, back to the original line of scrimmage.
That was Rodriguez once again on the stop for Legacy.
So 3rd and 10 coming up here. Ball at the 35 of the Titans. Panthers on their opening drive of the second half. 9:34 to play here in the 3rd quarter. 4 wide outs here for the Panthers. 2 on each side of their formation. Newton looking to throw. Sets up, fires right side. Oh, and he dropped it. That was in and out of the hands of Cicero over there on the far sideline. He would have caught it about 5 yards shy of the 1st down, but he was going to have to try to make a man miss. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with the football. It's going to be 4th down and 10.
It would have been a more manageable 4th down.
And from the 35-yard line here, we'll see what the Panthers elect to do. It looks like they're going to go for it here as Newton out of the pistol here. 3 wide out to the right. Ball on the right hash, and they look to that sideline for the play call. Six on the play clock. Takes a snap. Newton falling back. It's a screen up the middle and nobody there. And Guerrero was knocked down. I think he fell.
He tripped on one of his linemen.
And wasn't able to get there. And, I mean, if he makes that catch, there was a lot of room for him to run in front of him. It goes as an incomplete pass, and it's going to be a turnover on downs, and Legacy will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. First down, 10 to go. As the Legacy offense comes out on the field for the first time of the half. 9:14 to play in the 3rd. Ramos hands the ball off up the middle. And there's a ball that is loose. And they're going to say Medina Valley recovers it. That ball came out very, very late. And the Panthers get the turnover. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the Legacy 36-yard line.
James Vallejo, number 11, comes up with the ball, and it looked like he just got confused in the middle of the formation.
And that was a new ball carrier there for Legacy. That was number 30, Isaiah Labra, and that was his first touch of the game at the running back position, and he fumbled the football. I don't know who got in there to knock it loose, but Panthers come away with it here.
Yeah, number 11 came away with the ball for the Panthers.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 35. Panthers get that ball right back after turning it over on downs, and here's Guerrero up the middle. Gets upended at the 32-yard line. Picks up 3 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7. As the Panthers come back to the line here. 8:41 to play here in the third. Ball goes over Newton. The ball's on the ground still. They dive for it, and I think Legacy has the football, and they do at the 35-yard line. As that snap was a little high, Newton got his hand on it, bounced around on the ground, and Legacy dove on it.
It looked like Michael was trying to run with the ball before he got it. He was looking like he was going to try to follow the Guerrero on a pitch out to the left side of the formation. And, yeah, it was a little high, Jared, but that's one your quarterback needs to bring in.
So the Panthers just got that fumble back, and they fumble it themselves, and Legacy recovers it at the 35-yard line. So you had the Panther drive ended at the 35 on a turnover on downs. Legacy fumbled it, and the Panthers started their next drive on the 35. Now they fumbled it and started on the 35 also.
Is this Groundhog Day or what?
Ramos in the shotgun, takes the snap, looking to throw, fires it out left side, complete. And then he's swarmed over by a host of Panther defenders for a couple of yards on the play. Not quite sure who got there first for Medina Valley, but it was a whole bunch of white around him.
Number 6 got there first for the Panthers.
Dylan
Allen. And then the whole
Panther defense was there.
Defense ended up there at the end.
3 wideouts here for Legacy. They only threw the ball 8 times in that first half. We'll see if they try it a little more here in the second half, down 34-0. Ramos rolling out right, fires, complete to the 40, 45. Taken down around the 47, 48-yard line. That was number 7 for the Titans, Julian Garcia, on the reception. He gets a first down. Up to the 48-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Titans.
Villegas on the stop there for the Panthers.
And now a flag comes in here, and I think this might be offsetting, but there was a Panther player who was on the Southwest Legacy side of the football, and one of the Panther linemen was actually trying to pull his teammate back. We'll see what the call is here. And it's going to be offsetting unsportsmanlike conduct against both teams. And so they'll replay first down, but you get 2 in a ball game, you're gone, so that goes against them there. Each one of them has a penalty against them, unsportsmanlike conduct. First down, 10 to go here for the Titans, 7:26 to play. Here in the third, low snap, Ramos picks it up, under pressure, fires it, complete. Somehow he got that to a man in the middle of a bunch of white jerseys. I believe that's number 7 again on the reception for the Titans, Garcia. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10, no gain on the play with 7:05 to play. Ross, the lone back to the right. Panther defense has been swarming in this ball game. Have not allowed much open space for anybody on that Legacy offense. Ramos looking to throw, sets up, fires downfield. He's got a man open, makes the kill. It was knocked free by number 6 back there. I think that was Allen that hit and knocked that up 3rd and 10. I believe that was number.
I'm trying to read the jersey, but it's kind
of tucked up underneath him. I think that's number 2. That was Cano Esquivel. And he went up to make that catch. He was open, and he actually got there, and then Allen made the hit and jarred the ball free.
Allen just punched it out. Good job by him.
3rd down, 10 to go. Ramos with the play action. Under pressure, fires over the middle, incomplete. Oh, they throw a flag now. The line judge throws a flag late. I thought that was good coverage by the Panthers.
It looked like he hit him right when the ball got there.
Yeah, well, we'll see what this call is. It might be an ineligible downfield maybe. I don't know. Kind of odd to see the line judge throw that flag. He called pass interference against the defense. Now you have a back judge. You have all the back judges here looking at that. Didn't make the call. The line judge throws pass interference from in front here on a play that was 30 yards away from him.
Yeah, they're going to get Landon Burns on that infraction, and I think that was just a...
That'll give him a 1st down and move it into Panther territory. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
It's just an aggressive play by Burns. I think that was just a good play that he just beneficiary of not too friendly of a call there.
They spot him at the 44, actually. 1st and 10 from the 44. Low snap. Ramos picks it up, gets it to Ross, who gets maybe 2 on the play. Looks like they'll get him to the 42-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 8.
He was dragged down by Xavier Fears for the Panthers.
Fears has played an excellent game on that defense for the Panthers.
Absolutely.
He's been in on a lot of plays tonight. Six minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Still 34-0. Medina Valley leading Legacy. The Titans on their longest drive of the ball game so far. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Fires down the right side, and it's in and out of the hands of a Panther defender who that was Allen, who almost came up with the pick right there and went right through his hands. Incomplete.
Yeah, the would-be receiver just reached back enough and separated Allen from the ball, or that's an interception. Number 2 did a good job of just making sure that ball wasn't picked off.
Yeah, and you could tell that Allen wanted that back. As soon as he got up, he was like, man, you could see him hit his hands knowing he had that and let it go through. So 3rd down, 8 to go here. Ball at the Panther 42-yard line. Ramos rolling far side of the field, sets up under pressure, gets away from one man, fires over the middle. Batted down, incomplete. No flags on the play. It's going to bring up for you. There is a flag down on the play. It's back here near the line of scrimmage. That might be a hold, though, against Legacy, based on where that's thrown. And it is. And the Panthers will decline it, so it's going to bring up 4th down and 8. With 5:36 to go here in the 3rd quarter. So they're going to go for it here on 4th down and 8. And you can't blame them for it. They've only been in Panther territory twice in this ball game, trailing 34-0 with a little under a quarter and a half to go. And Ramos takes the snap, rolling out far side, sets his feet, fires down the middle, and that is picked off and taken down at the 30-yard line. Was that Allen on the interception this time again?
Nope, that was number 8.
8.
Christian Maldonado, I believe, is who that was.
Yeah, the cornerback over there on that far sideline, and I think he's a sophomore as well, isn't he, Maury?
Yes, he is.
Making that interception. I know he had to bat it down ball earlier in the ball game. He made a great play, and he comes up with the interception this time.
Got some news for you on that Rungy game. Had one of our listeners text me that Rungy had to forfeit because of COVID, and they're moving down to 6-man. So
that's why the 2-0.
It was 2-0 score. Got Hewitt wide open in the middle of the field, and nobody's going to catch him, Jared.
Yeah, he is gone. 70 yards to Carter Hewitt for the score. And
he just separated himself on that crossing route.
Well, and he might be one of the fastest guys on the team, Maury. We saw him get free against Kerrville-Tivy a few times. Quarterbacks overshot him. He got free there, did not get overshot.
And I know it's Hewitt, but I call him CW because when he catches it, it's it's whoosh. It's Carter Hewitt there, and he just showed that. You give him a step, he's pretty tough to run down from behind.
That makes it 40-0 here as Rips comes on to tack on the extra point. And this kick is up, and it's good. And so your new score with 5:13 to play in the third quarter, Medina Valley 41, Legacy nothing. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we will continue here in just a moment.
It's the biggest sale of the year at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. Get a new Silverado Crew Cab posted at $37,999, or get $5,000 off Equinox or $7,000 off Traverse. 1.9% financing available on new Chevrolets. Plus, get 2 years of no-charge oil changes and 1 year of unlimited car washes with all new Chevrolets. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Back here at Legacy as the Panthers lead 41-0 now here with 5:13 to play in the third quarter. And Keir getting ready to kick it off here for the Panthers. Kickoff brought to you by Medina Electric. And Medina Electric getting their money's worth out of those kickoffs tonight. As the Panthers have had a lot of them, and there's an end-over-end kick. It's going to be fielded at the 15-yard line. Starts up to the 20, cutting it back across the field, and he's going to get tackled and wrapped up at the 23-yard line. That was number 8 on the return for the Titans, Julian Rodriguez. And the Titans will take over first down and 10 at their own 23-yard line with 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
Jacob Warren on the stop for the Panthers on the special teams.
And, Maury, I know there's a whole quarter and 5 minutes to go, but you feel like this game's out of reach for Legacy to come back with 6 scores, and you feel like the Panthers have they've dominated this game from the beginning, and now the main thing is keep playing poised, but let's not get injuries.
And right now you have a whole new set of numbers out there on the defensive side for the Panthers.
And that snap goes over the quarterback's head, and it's picked up by the Panthers. Scoop and score for number 11 for Medina Valley. That is James Vallejo with the scoop and score, and the Panthers put another 6 on the board.
And did you see who the first one was there to get the quarterback? And he said he was going to start seeing some more playing time, that he was injured.
Was that Butler? It was Butler, the punter. Yep, he said that
It's that upper karma.
Yeah, because, Ramos, the snap went past him, and Ramos went to pick it up, but Butler hit him and knocked him down. It left the ball laying there for Vallejo, and he picks it up and scores for the Panthers.
That's 2 big plays in this second half for Vallejo already.
And Gavin Rips on to tack on the extra point. Good snap. Kick up, and kick is good. So your new score now with 4:46 to play in the third, Medina Valley 48, Legacy nothing. And we're going to take a break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by Dotson Home Moving, and we will continue in just a moment.
Dotson House Moving and Construction is a 4th-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dotson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Welcome back here to Legacy as the Panthers lead 48-0 with 4:46 to play in the third quarter. A scoop and score for the Panther defense.
The kickoff sponsored by
Medina Electric. And Kia ready to boot this one away. This is a high end-over-end kick that goes to the far side of the field. It'll be fielded at the 17-yard line. Ball's loose again, fumbled, picked up by Legacy, and taken down. There is a flag that came from the line judge on this side of the field, and the play was beyond the far hash mark. And that's the same guy who called the pass interference earlier. So let's see what this call is. Now, if it's like a sideline warning or something against Legacy, I can completely understand that. But
I think they're saying if it's a face mask.
I mean, if he saw it from clear across the field like that, okay. But
53 was there for the Panthers. Garcia on the stop on the special teams. But he tackled him low, so it couldn't have been on him.
And it is a personal foul face mask against Medina Valley. But think about that, Maury. He's 20, 25 yards away from the play. There's other guys standing right around it, but none of them throw flags, and he throws one from clear across the field. Like, he must have eagle eyes. So 1st and 10 here for Legacy. They hand the ball to Ross, and he is hit by a wall of Panther defenders, and he gets no gain on the play. Back to the line of scrimmage.
Gibson Conrad, the first one there for the Panthers, along with number 23, Zalza Reza.
2nd down and 10 coming up here. Ball at the 34-yard line of Legacy. 4 minutes to play in the third.
Zalza Vega, excuse me.
Ramos out of the shotgun. 2 wideouts for him. Hands the ball to Ross again. He bounces off one tackler in the backfield and gets 2 yards on the carry. So he tried the middle left side of that line, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
Stanton on the stop for the Panthers. Zalza Vega again in there also for Medina Valley.
Legacy faced with 3rd down and 8 at their own 36-yard line. Clock under 3:15 here in the third. Ramos looking to throw with some time. Throws over the middle. Pass is complete up to the 45. Shakes a tackler to the 35. And he's brought down at the 30 of Medina Valley. Their biggest play of the night. That was number 13 for the Titans on the reception. Joseph Murillo.
Christian Martinez dragging him down from behind.
As he gets down to the 28-yard line. Was at about a 33-yard pickup that time. Takes the snap, gives it to Ross over the right side, and he bursts through the line up down to about the 22-yard line. Picks up 6 yards on the play.
James Martinez on the stop there for the Panthers.
Bring up 2nd down and 4. That was the biggest play for Legacy tonight. Second down, 4 to go here. Ramos in the shotgun. 1 wide out here to the right. Takes the snap, hands the ball off right up the middle. Gets down to the 20. They'll spot him at the 19-yard line. Picked up 3. It'll bring up 3rd down and 1. That was number 21, Javier Salazar on the carry.
Villegas and Rojas on the stop for the Panthers.
Third down, a yard to go. Ramos in the gun, takes the snap, Fakes the handoff. He's going to run it himself up the middle, and he's going to get the first down as he gets down to the 16-yard line. Picked up 3 yards when he needed 1. First down for the Titans.
Butler and Vallejo for Medina Valley on the stop, but not before the line was gained for the first down.
Well, now that if you think about it, Maury, this is the longest the Panther defense has been on the field tonight. Longest sustained drive for Legacy in the ball game so far here. 46 seconds to go here in the third. Ramos out of the gun. First and 10, takes the snap. Rolling out to the right, looking to throw off play action. He fires incomplete. That was towards the pylon in the front corner of the end zone, but led him too much out of bounds, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The Panthers had 2 men on the coverage, one over the top and one underneath. Nowhere really to throw that ball, so I think he just basically threw that one out of bounds, threw it away. Great coverage down the field by the Panther secondary.
One wide out again here for Legacy. Ramos going to hand it to Ross up the middle. Flag comes in on the play. That's probably going to be a hold. Play ends up down to the 7-yard line. It would have been close to a first down, but I don't think it's going to stand, and that is the call. It's going to be a hold against Legacy.
He had good pressure up the field by number 40, and he just got tackled before he got there. That's Isaiah Martinez, the Panther that was being held on the play.
So that'll move them back to make it 2nd down and 20. So they move the ball back to the 27-yard line. Actually, the 26-yard line's where they'll spot it. 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And Ramos in the shotgun. One wide out here to the right. Referee winds the clock. Takes a snap. It's a design run. Ramos right side up the middle. Gets across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Brought down on the play by Caleb Villegas.
Picked up 7 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 13, and that will end the third quarter of play. So your score after 3, Medina Valley 48, Southwest Legacy 0. Take a break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football. This broadcast brought to you by North Park Chevrolet and by Dotson House Moving, and we will continue in a moment.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
We're back here at Southwest Legacy as we go to the fourth quarter as we switch sides of the field. Legacy now moving right to left. They have it 3rd down and 13 at the Panther 19-yard line. 1st and 10, 12 minutes to play in the ball game, and they hand the ball off. That's number 8 on the carry. I believe that's Rodriguez. That is Julian Rodriguez on the carry, and it's going to bring up 4th down about 6.
Stanton on the stop there for the Panthers.
As he got down to the 12-yard line. Needs to get to the 6 for a first down. 4th down, 6 to go here. And, you know, they don't have a choice to go for it here, Maury, but as a Panther fan, you want to see him chase this goose egg. 4th down, 6 to go here. They spread it out. 4 wideouts here. High snap, but Ramos has it. Steps up, and he's going to get sacked back at the 20, right back at the 18-yard line. He went down at the 20. They gave him forward progress, and it's a turnover on downs that the Panther defense holds again.
Yeah, Villejos and Rios on the stop there for the Panthers.
Well, and Legacy with their best drive of the evening, Maury. They had their biggest play of the ball game on a 33-yard pass play earlier, and then they stalled out, and the Panther defense held, stepped up when they needed to, and forced the turnover on downs.
Vallejo has played him a really good second half for the Panthers on the defensive side of the ball.
Had a scoop and score. He's had some key tackles, had a sack right there. And I think this is Xavier Gonzalez coming in at quarterback now for the Panthers. And he will hand the ball off right up the middle, and that, I believe that's Rincon. He got hit immediately.
Yes, 46.
And it is Rincon in there at running back for the Panthers. Ryan Rincon, a junior running back.
That was Mata on the stop for the Titans, number 44.
Second down, 10 to go here for the Panthers. They'll send a man in motion right to left. Gonzalez takes the snap. Gives it to Rincon again. This time he gets some running room across the 20, and he's slung down around the 25-yard line. Looks like they'll spot him at the 26. He picked up 8 yards, and it'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Rodriguez on the stop there for the Titans. Whole new offensive line in there for Medina Valley.
3rd down, 2 to go here. Panthers in the pistol. They'll send a man in motion left to right. And that's got to be offside. They snap the ball. They blow the play dead. I mean, the defensive end came through there. I mean, he was 2 yards in the backfield now. I don't know if, and they do call offside against Legacy. I was going to say, I don't know if maybe a lineman moved, but I think it was just a hard count, got him offside.
Unabated to the quarterback there.
Yep, and that's going to give the Panthers a 1st down on the 5-yard penalty.
And keep the drive alive.
2 wideouts here for the Panthers. Gives it to Rincon on the left side this time. Breaks a couple tackles. Gets across the 45. Spins around, still on his feet, and he's taken down around midfield. Great run that time by Ryan Rincon. A 20-yard run, and it's 1st down for the Panthers.
Sanchez with the stop, but running through a lot of arm tackles. Good job by Rincon keeping that feet moving.
And he showed some agility there to be able to spin around and get away from some tackles at the end of that play. And if you think about it, Maury Guerrero's a senior. He's a junior, so he's probably
He'll be back.
He'll be back there next year. Takes that snap, gives it to Rincon again, and he gets 2 yards on the play, gets it down to the 48-yard line of Legacy. Not a lot of running room. It'll be 2nd and 8 coming up with 8:35 to play in the ball game.
Big number 71 on the stop there. That's Sanford for Legacy.
So on 2nd down and 8 here, the Panthers with 4 wideouts. Gonzalez going to swing it out right side. Pass is complete. Tries to make someone miss, and he gets knocked out of bounds around the 44-yard line. That was number 80 on the reception, Ty Millis for the Panthers. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 4.
Good job of securing the ball and getting upfield for some positive yards for the Panthers.
Well, and Maury, that was a backwards pass.
Yes, it was. It was a lateral.
So on 3rd down, they look to the sideline for the play call. 3rd down and 4 here for the Panthers. Sends a man in motion, takes the snap. It's a little misdirection this time, and running it to the left side, number 82 with the football, and he's going to be ridden out of bounds around the 30-yard line. That was number 82, Martin De Los Santos, on the carry that time for the Panthers.
Got a flag as they went out of bounds on the far side of the field. Well, he came out of there.
Yeah.
I didn't expect him with the ball.
No, well,
he came out of there.
Well, he came kind of from a slot back position there. He was lined up off the tight end, kind of back, and when they faked the handoff, he came across the line, and they handed it to him on kind of a misdirection play that time.
Showing some different wrinkles here.
Yep. Well, and that's kind of the offense, remember, we used to see under Coach Sosa when he was here, that kind of, you never knew who was going to get the ball. They're talking things over here still, the referees.
I quit watching on the sidelines. I was looking for the young man's name, and was there did he carry him out of bounds a little?
He might have. I mean, it was right around the 30-yard line where the play happened. It was right in front of the Panther bench.
Well, they're going to get it on Medina Valley here. That ball.
Yeah, and sportsmanlike against the Panthers.
Wonder if that might have came from the sidelines, or
it very well could have, or maybe the young man had something to say after the run. You never know. I didn't hear what number it was on, and I don't like.
He didn't give a number, I don't believe, on that.
No, and I don't really like pointing those unsportsmanlikes out on players. I mean, they're high school players who make mistakes.
He got the first down, so it's going to be a first down.
No, yeah, and then the 15-yard penalty tacked on after that, so it moves back to the 45, but it's 1st and 10 for the Panthers. 7:06 to play here in the ball game. Medina Valley with a 48-0 lead. Gonzalez takes the ball, gives it to Rincon up the middle, and he gets across the 45 or 35 down to the 34-yard line. Picked himself up 11 yards and a first down for the Panthers.
He was ridden down by number 42 for the Titans. That's Sanchez. Eli.
They look to the sidelines here. On 1st down and 10. Ball at the 34. They'll send a man in motion. And Gonzalez, I don't really know.
There was a lot of confusion.
Yeah, there was. I don't know if that was a broken play or if. Yeah, there was a lot of confusion there. Gonzalez ends up with the football and he goes down for a loss on the play.
If it wasn't broken, it's broken now.
It was a loss of a yard. It's 2nd down and 11.
Number 18 was in on that play for the Titans. That's Sanchez.
So 2nd down, 11 to go here for the Panthers. Looking to throw, fires it left side, complete. Up to the 30, still on his feet to the 25, and he's run out of bounds. That was number 81 on the reception for the Panthers, Joe Hahn. And that'll move the chains for a first down as they get it down to the 24-yard line. Picked up 11 yards on the play, and it's 1st down and 10 for the Panthers. Gonzalez takes the snap, hands it to Rincon, who has some running room, cuts back, still on his feet inside the 5, and he's taken down around the 3-yard line. A nice burst by Rincon up the middle, and it's 1st and goal, Panthers from the 3.
Conscious on the stop for the Titans, saves a touchdown for a moment.
Yeah, 20-yard pickup that time for the Panthers on 1st down. It's 1st and goal at the 3.
Rincon with some hard running.
No, he does, and he deserves a touchdown here. I'd like to see them give him the football because he's done a good job running on this drive, and they do give it to him, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. And the Panthers will extend their lead. 54-0 your score. As Gavin Rips will come on to try to tack on another extra point here for the Panthers. And Rincon, I mean, he deserved that touchdown, Mara. He ran very good on that drive. Good hold, kick is up, and it is good with 4:06 to play in the ball game. And they're letting that clock run now. And they do that at it ran down to 4 minutes. And your score now, Medina Valley 55, Southwest Legacy 0. And we'll take a quick break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue in a moment.
There's power in the simplest of actions. Like one neighbor helping another. Where everybody looks out for everybody else. Community is everything at Medina Electric Cooperative, and we're grateful for your trust. To provide the energy you need, giving you the power to power on. Medina Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy cooperative, your source for power and information.
Double T Outfitters offers deer, dove, turkey, quail, and exotic hunts in Southwest Texas on over 20,000 low-fenced acres. They facilitate professional guide services, lodging, and fantastic meals while providing the best in Southwest hunting. Contact Double T Outfitters to find out details about their current package hunts. Contact owner Brett Ferguson at 210-413-1597 or online at doubleThunting.com.
Back here at Legacy as Kier ready to boot it away. Brought to you by Medina Electric. Kickoff sponsored by Medina Electric. And that ball is put on the ground, picked up, and knocked out of bounds. That was number 2, Esquivel, who picked that ball up. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Legacy from the 25-yard line with 3:41 to play in the ball game.
James Calvert on the stop for the Panthers.
And there was a penalty on that play. I think it was against the Panthers on the kickoff for starting too early, offside or what. He crossed the line before he kicked it. So it's 1st down and 10 from the 30-yard line is where Legacy will start the drive. 3:41 to play here in the ball game. Panthers lead 55-0. They hand the ball off right side, gets across the 30, drags some defenders to the 35-yard line. A 5-yard pickup for number 21, Salazar on the carry.
Oranda on the stop for the Panthers.
So 2nd down and 5 coming up here. That's a different quarterback out there for Legacy. Haven't been able to see his number yet. Takes that snap. Keeps it himself coming near side here with a man to beat. He gets across the 40 to the 41, 42-yard line. He has a 1st down.
Landon Burns on the stop for the Panthers.
That's number 5 for Legacy at quarterback, Alejandro Rodriguez, a sophomore. And he picks up the 1st down there. And it'll bring up 1st down and 10 here from the 42-yard line of Legacy. 2:27 to play here in the ball game. They're going to hand the ball off. Looks to get some running room up the middle and dives forward for a 2-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 8 coming up here for the Titans.
Tripped up by Ramirez, number 75 for Medina Valley.
That was Salazar again on the carry. Rodriguez in the shotgun here on 2nd down. They'll send a man in motion. They pitch it to Rodriguez going right to left, and he's going to turn the corner to the 45 midfield, and he's ridden out of bounds, but he's going to get a 1st down on the play. It looks like he picked up 9 yards, gets down to the 47 of Medina Valley.
Connor Crisp on the stop for the Panthers.
And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Titans with 1:37 to play. And there is an injury on the field. And we're going to take a quick break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue in just a moment.
Medina Healthcare System provides local residents with quality healthcare resources close to home without having to drive to San Antonio for their healthcare needs. Medina Healthcare System has stellar family practice physicians, a full-time OBGYN, a full-time surgeon, and very qualified nurse practitioners and physician assistants. Locations include Hondo, Divine, and Castroville. Visit medinahospital.net for more information. Medina Healthcare System, providing quality care close to home.
South Texas Hardware has been serving the Medina Valley area since 1987. South Texas Hardware is a hardware store that thrives on the interaction between the business and its customers. From home maintenance to expert advice, South Texas Hardware can serve your needs. South Texas Hardware supports the Medina Valley and surrounding communities. Stop by and see what South Texas Hardware has to offer. South Texas Hardware, Highway 90 West in beautiful Castroville, Texas.
It's the biggest sale of the year at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. Get a new Silverado Crew Cab posted at $37,999, or get $5,000 off Equinox or $7,000 off Traverse. 1.9% financing available on new Chevrolets. Plus, get 2 years of no-charge oil changes and 1 year of unlimited car washes with all new Chevrolets. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Dodson House Moving and Construction is a fourth-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dodson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
We are back here at Legacy. The injured player up and came off the field under his own power. Minute 30 to play here. It's 1st and 10 for Legacy, and the snap goes through Rodriguez's hands, and he's just going to be able to fall on top of it back around the 36-yard line. Huge loss on the play. He lose about 15 yards there. Ball goes all the way back to the 38-yard line.
Exactly 15 yards.
And we go under a minute to play here in the ball game. And it's going to be 2nd down and 25. Rodriguez out of the shotgun here.
They're waiting to reset the 25-second clock, but they didn't.
And they hand the ball off anyway to, I think that's Salazar, and he is going to lose a yard on the play back to the 30. Well, they give him the line of scrimmage here. Back now, and no gain. And I think, yeah, that's 11, the ball carrier for the Titans, is that's Isaiah Campa.
Oregon on the stop for the Panthers, number 45.
And we'll see if Legacy, they don't have to snap the ball again. We'll see if they want to try to run an offensive play. With 10 seconds to play here in the ball game and counting, they get to the line. They're going to snap it one more time, takes the snap, gives the ball off to Campa again. He gets across the 40, and he's taken down at the 44-yard line, and that will end the ball game. Your final score tonight, Medina Valley 55, Southwest Legacy 0. The Panthers 1-0 in district play with a big statement win here tonight to open the district. Legacy falls to 0-1 in district play, and the Panthers get their first victory of the year, and Coach Britt gets his first win as a head coach here at Medina Valley. We'll take a break, and then we'll come back. You're listening to Panther Football, and we will continue here in a moment.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. You can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
A 5-month CD with only $5,000 minimum balance required.
And earn up to 5.37%.
A 5.37 APY.
Stop in today. We look forward to you joining our CSB family.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Dodson House Moving and Construction is a fourth-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dodson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
It's the biggest sale of the year at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. Get a new Silverado Crew Cab posted at $37,999, or get $5,000 off Equinox or $7,000 off Traverse. 1.9% financing available on new Chevrolets. Plus, get 2 years of no-charge oil changes and 1 year of unlimited car washes with all new Chevrolets. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back here to Southwest Legacy, where the Panthers have open district play with a win 55-0 over the Titans from Southwest Legacy. And Maury, the Panthers really had this game in hand from the start. They would score first on an 8-yard Guerrero run, and then they would mix in a 30-yard pass play, a 30-yard run for Guerrero, a 24-yard touchdown pass. Carter Hewitt would catch a touchdown. Reza caught a touchdown pass, and the Panthers didn't look back. They got up 28-0. They were ahead 34-0 at halftime. Got a scoop and score in the end zone. The defense outscored Southwest Legacy in this game for the Panthers, and the defense pitched you a shutout. And you couldn't have asked for a better start to the district for the Panthers.
No, absolutely, Jared. And it was all Medina Valley all night long, and it started on the opening kickoff when the Panthers pinned them deep. And Jared's got the final stats, and as the stats will show, it was all Medina Valley all night long.
Yep.
And there's no, there's just still, it was a great win for the Panthers. Got a lot of positive things carrying into homecoming weekend.
Yep.
Next weekend at Medina Valley, first home district game. So the Panthers carrying a lot of momentum into that game, and the stats will show that it was all Medina Valley pretty much all night long from the opening kickoff.
Yeah, and I'll give you the stats here in just a second. I want to also give you the other three scores from around the district here tonight. This game, Medina Valley won 55-0. Southwest won last night against Laredo Martin 26-12. And the other two games tonight, South San beat Laredo Cigaroa 26-10 was the final in that ball game. And the other side was a big lopsided score as well. South side beat Laredo Nixon 55-3 was the final score in that ball game. And so the Panthers start out 1-0 in district play. They'll welcome Laredo Martin next week to Medina Valley for homecoming, as the Nixon Mustangs the Martin will come to Medina Valley for the first time. I think they've come there. I don't know if they've come to Medina Valley in the past.
Remember. They have.
We went down there last year. They'll come up here to play this season for Medina Valley. Final stats look like this. First downs, Medina Valley 24, Southwest Legacy 7 first downs in the ball game. They didn't get their first down to the final play of the first half, so they had 6 in that second half. Rushing, Medina Valley 31 rushes for 167 yards. Southwest Legacy 31 rushes for 40 yards in the ball game. So not even averaging 2 yards a carry there on that, and that speaks a lot to that Panther defense. Passing yards, 299 for Medina Valley, 68 total for Legacy. Total yardage, 496 total yards for the Panthers, 108 for Southwest Legacy. Passing for the Panthers, 14 of 24 with no interceptions. Legacy, 8 of 17 threw 1 interception in the ball game. Panthers had 1 punt for 27 yards. Legacy had 7 punts, 158 yards, averaged 22.5 yards on the punt. Panthers had 2 fumbles. They lost 1. Legacy, 4 fumbles, lost 2. Penalty yards, Medina Valley, 8 for 68 yards.
That's where you did clean up a little bit.
Yeah, and 5 of those came in the second half because they only had 3 for 20 in the first half. And 7 for 41 yards for Southwest Legacy. Panther return yards, Medina Valley had 40. Legacy shows 0 return yards there for them. And standouts, individuals, Mr. Newton went 13 of 23, no interceptions, 287 yards, 3 touchdowns for Michael Newton throwing the football in this ball game. Guerrero had 12 carries for 76 yards, 3 touchdowns. And Carter Hewitt, 7 receptions for 192 yards, 2 touchdowns in the ball game.
I'll take all of those on my fantasy football team.
Yeah, no joke. And, Maury, we've got to pick a player of the game that's brought to you by Tanya's Travel by Design. And there's a lot of ways you could go in this ball game. But I think collectively, I mean, there's got to be a few. For one, Hewitt with 192 receiving yards. That's huge. Newton, 13 of 23, 287 yards. I mean, you could name the whole Panther offense.
Guerrero with 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, and the defense pitched a shutout. But you kind of got to give it to the whole Panther offense for putting up 55 points tonight. And it was a collective effort.
But if you don't give up any points on defense, you can't lose either.
Yeah, but, I mean, if you think about it, a Panther offense that scored 14 points in 2 games, put up a 55 spot tonight, 34 in the first half. That offense really came alive, and that gives you a lot to build off of going into homecoming next week, and you kicked off district with a 1-0.
And we're giving these stats right here, but you don't get those stats on offense unless your offensive line did a super job also. So let's not forget about those 5 guys in the trenches either.
Yeah, exactly. And they did good in some of the receivers blocking downfield as well on some of those. And then you look at your rushing yards also. I mean, 167 yards. You had 76 from Guerrero. Ryan Rincon ran well, too, on that one possession and scored a touchdown. Yeah.
Yep.
And so, the Panthers spread it out tonight. A lot of good offensive things going on for Medina Valley. And the Panthers come away with a big victory.
And I want to thank Mr. Raul Flores from the Express News for allowing us with these stats. And Rincon, stats on Rincon, 7 carries for 63 yards.
And a touchdown.
So,
yeah,
everybody did their job on the offense and defense. So, complete game for the Panthers tonight.
I mean, you couldn't ask for more from your offense, and your defense did. I mean, they pitched a goose egg. I mean, you can't ask them for more than that. Nope. And they had to scoop and score. So, really, when you think about it, the offense only put up, 48 points. So, good job there by the Panthers.
All around.
Yeah, and I'd like to point that out, too. Congratulations to the volleyball as well, who won their district opener tonight at South San. After losing the first set, they came back and won the next 3 and won that match 3-1. And so good start for both of these teams.
Absolutely.
Moving into district. And I want to remind everyone to join us on Wednesday night for Sports for Supper. We'll be on again live from Sammy's Restaurant. You can come out and join us there if you want to. We'll have some good guests on again next week. Also want to remind everybody that next Friday night is homecoming at Panther Stadium. So come out and support the Panthers. Look forward to seeing, everybody from the past classes there coming to that game. That's always a huge game for the Panthers, and they bring a huge crowd at homecoming. Taking on Laredo Martin at home there, and the Panthers will be looking to go to 2-0 in district play. I want to thank the sponsors, as always, for making it possible to bring you these games on the network. Without y'all, this would not be possible. our two title sponsors bringing you these games this year, North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Construction, two of the title sponsors. A big thanks to all of you guys for making it